Boom.
How's it going, guys? Welcome in. Welcome back. Another episode of Shady Sports Fantasy Reports, Season 3, Episode 11, man. I'm your boy, Cedric Green, the host with the most, as always, at 303 Bandwagon. Find me on X. We got your boy, Seany, over here, holding it down like always. And we got Justin. Seany, how's it going, man?
I'm doing well, bro. Doing really well.
There we go.
The one-arm wonder got his new arm today. I'm bionic.
Yeah.
And
yes, sir.
Man, we're like I'm within 3 and 4 days on my last 3 drafts for all my pay leagues. So I mean, it's getting more real by the day. You know, we're about to roll a mock, but I'm getting more excited every day, man. I'm watching all the news. I'm seeing if Ayuk might become a Steeler. I know they got a contract written up, but I don't know if the 49ers will go for it. But watching injuries, just, you know, I'm intent, man. I watched Bo Nix handle it for the Broncos with some really, really good moves. Really good patience and confidence. I'm just getting anxious and excited for those regular season games, man. We're coming up on the last week of preseason. And then we really get into it. All my dues are paid. Drafts are coming up. My level of stoke is at a fucking 110.
Yes,
I'm doing
Justin.
How you doing, Justin? How you feeling?
Justin, how you doing, my man?
Excited. I was super excited about the Lions taking the Chiefs in the preseason this weekend and watching all that football action. I'm like, Seany, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, boy.
There we go. So let's go ahead and get that intro going and get into it, guys. Here we go. Yeah, I think next week I'm gonna see how much longer I can make the intro. So
yo, I love that thing, dog. I love everything you've done with it, man. I don't know how
we're getting there.
I can't be stoked on that because I don't think it gets much better than that, bro. I mean, from the music down to every aspect, I think you crushed that, bro. So you got my blessing and my props all day.
Yeah, it's beyond me.
I think we got a solid team.
As far as I'm concerned.
I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this.
Yeah.
We got a mock draft to do today, huh?
Yeah. So we're doing something, you know, we haven't done before on here, Seany. Since we started this. I think we haven't done any mock drafts in the past,
no
you know,
mocks.
So no mocks.
We've done a dynasty rookie draft, and we went through and we did your guys' super flex draft last season for the Shady League. But as far as a mock draft goes, no. And what we're getting into on this mock is essentially a mock of the league that we have with all of where we started. We started on ESPN with this 4 seasons ago. Just 8 tight-knit, close homies. We had a Facebook chat that was just Talk Shit Central, and we were all on it all day, every day. It was my favorite league to be a part of by far. We had a lot of competitions. I won the championship the first season. We're gonna mock it out today with 8-team full PPR. We actually pick spots for our draft. It's in 4 days. I'll be drafting 5th. Jem will be drafting 6th. And we're going to throw Justin in the number 1 spot because we wanted kind of somebody with a human brain and the mindset for fantasy, someone who knows what they're doing and would actually draft like a first rounder as opposed to a CPU just taking the next available ADP. So we're trying to keep it as realistic as possible and as close to the actual draft as we can. We're going to allow time in between for picks so we can kind of discuss where we're at, the value, where our head's at on that pick. and kind of go from there. But this is, basically just going to mirror what we're going to see in 4 days, hopefully close enough, and give us an idea of where we might be by the time we, roll out the carpet.
That is true. That is true. Like Seany said,
secrets will be revealed. Draft strategies will be revealed.
We'll see. This league's been going strong, man, and it's been like trying to get it to where it's not any auto draft, or and they're trying to have people kind of active. It's been really cool. These guys have been really pulling me in this season too, and I like that. It's just just to see the growth of it from the beginning. We just kind of threw it together on ESPN. We transitioned over to Sleeper. I think Mike put us all onto Sleeper. And it was cool to see how you and Mike kicked off too, because that was from two different sides of my life too, like different ends of the world. So bringing those together, that was pretty amazing. And just the vast amount of knowledge in that group, low key, honestly, like, both Mikes, Regan, all of you guys like have so much knowledge just around the game of fantasy, and it's just more than casual because that shit talking has something to back it, which is cool. Seriously, these guys are like these guys are waiver wire hawks, let me tell you, like,
and not
Mike, you're waking up in the morning seeing like your waiver wire pick through.
Oh my dude! Watch what Mike does too with his other leagues. Like, I'm in like 5 other leagues like 5 leagues because of him, but he runs like 9 leagues and he's a part of I think like 4 more, dude.
I was gonna say I guess I'm a little bitch, man, because
seriously entails the work ethic of a full-time job.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Oh no,
that's how much we
this
love
guy's
this,
a true Marine.
That's why we do this here, is because I know that there's other people out there that feel just the same as us and take this just as serious. That's why we're on here doing this for you guys, and it will help you. Anybody who's on here who takes a look, a listen, wants to join in on the chat, man, this is all for you guys to give you an idea of where your draft might pan out, in this situation. So, pay close attention, ask questions if you have any. Feel free, but I'm on my phone, so when I draft, I'm gonna have to be popping off. These guys got a little more sophisticated of a setup, but we'll be getting the draft board on there as best we can and go from there. But I think we're probably about ready to get this thing crack-a-lacking.
I'm locked and loaded, ready to go.
So. Cool. So yeah, as we said, it's our first time doing it. We're gonna run it through inaugural fantasy mock draft of Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. We got this 5 picks per, or 5 minutes per pick. I think it's like Seany said, simulating our league, 8 teams, snake draft, and the roster setup is the same. So it's quarterback, 2 running backs, wide receiver, tight end, flex, which is wide receiver, running back, or tight end. So 2 wide receivers, sorry. 1 tight end, 1 flex, which is wide receiver, running back, or tight end, kicker, and a defense, which, Seany gets his way, we'll probably change that to a linebacker. So it'd be cool to get that change in there.
But this is the old-fashioned way that we used to do it, and it has kind of been voted that it stays this way. But, this is how we've had it since the beginning, so it's only custom that we probably do it this way. So, but if we do switch to linebacker, I would be stoked. Dynasty has turned into a linebacker field.
Maybe, it's just maybe a time to start another league or something, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe
got me tapped, bro.
Well, I was gonna say, but we got, but I don't mind it. What do you guys think about it out there? How do you feel about a linebacker in lieu of a defense? Do you feel it's different? I think it gives you more options. I think you, especially in a larger league, especially, like a 10, 12 team league, whereas defense, you're really you're choosing from like 10 good defenses and the rest are trash.
It makes you draft differently too, man, because the linebacker is such an integral part of this roster. If you make it that way, that people will be drafting the top linebackers, as soon as they start going. And, if you want a guy who's going to score you points, guys like Mike, and, we know, it's probably not out of the, reach to see linebackers start going in like, the fourth or fifth round if you want the top linebackers in the league. There's definitely a group of elites that can score you 40 to 60 points a week, depending on how you set up the scoring. That's at like 4 points a tackle, 2 points a fumble recovery, 2 points an interception, a pass breakup, so on and so forth.
I think that's higher than fourth or fifth round territory, right? I think that warrants,
I'm saying,
second,
like,
third, even.
Draft completely, and that's kind of a shakeup, and something new, something to show. I'm pretty sure, like Reagan and her friend Ellie just joined this league, because we had Eric drop out because he wasn't keeping up with his team, and it wasn't fun to have somebody not setting their lineup. So we had
no auto draft.
Yeah, we added
no auto
player
draft
to the league this season, but I don't know how many other leagues they play in, if any, and if they've had any experience with that before. So, it'd be interesting to see if, but I don't know if they're the ones that voted no on the poll either. So we'll have to go from there.
I was one of the
check
no's.
it out, wait and see. But as you can see on the board, we got
dude, they got Ceedy Lamb as number one.
Justin set up at 1. And you have it set at 5 minutes per pick, or just or 2?
5.
Okay, cool.
But I think if I'm correct, the computer will just auto draft, so it should just pick.
They will, yeah. So it doesn't matter how long, and we can take our time and talk about ours after our pick kind of gives us a little time limit. But just so you guys know, everybody out there, in a normal draft setting, 2 minutes is how long we
that should be
real
enough.
draft and how long it normally is. So we're only doing that for the purposes of explaining our pick or talking about that a position or strategy. So that's just to make that clear for everybody.
Very, very true. A minute in the real leagues, you just get your pick in, set it and go.
Oh, we do 1 minute.
I don't even think I can click over between the tabs quick enough for 1 minute a pick. Because I remember when we did our dynasty, it was
2 minutes.
No, it's 2 minutes. I was just joking. 2 minutes.
Okay, I was gonna say, wow, dude, I start to freak out at the end of the 2 minutes when it starts blinking on me. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, is it Amon-Ra or is it Justin Jefferson? Amon-Ra or Justin Jefferson? Do I want to stack AJ Brown? Do I want to stack Brown and Hurts? Do I want to stack Brown and Hurts? Am I going to hurt that week?
Man, that Philly defense was looking good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's preseason, baby. We're going to see.
Man, Bo Nix is looking great.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Good. I'll leave it there. Tim Patrick. Let's go. I'm going to start.
That's a whole other show.
Best meme ever of Jeremy Renner crying with the Broncos Stadium in the background and a picture of Bo Nix. And it just saying, please don't get my hopes up again. Please don't get my hopes up again. But I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. All signs that I saw, given the Shawnee Monty eye test on that game, even though we're talking, the Packers second string defense or, people that might not even be there, it wouldn't matter what defense they were playing. The technical way that he played, how composed he was in the pockets, the decisions that he made. And Javonte was playing like he knows that, they're really, looking to start Jaleel over him. He played like he wants that number one. And then for the first time, we're seeing Tim Patrick play off his injury, get his first touchdown since 2 seasons ago when he was injured. He ran the cleanest routes. He was smoking cornerbacks. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, oh, Sutton's not even in. And when he was in, he wasn't doing much. Then all of a sudden,
whoa, Sutton had a nice catch too. Sutton had some plays.
Was really, really awesome to see, man. It was awesome.
Their energy. Let me ask you though, based off that though, does that change your thoughts going into future drafts? Are you looking at like teams like the Broncos now to draft players as maybe sleepers in the later
Oh
rounds
my God.
now?
Well, dude, the fact of the matter is that when you start to get to that tier of running back that Javante's at, the value you get when you draft him is unparalleled. And there's a couple others like him that would draft around that same time that I would put him in the same tier as. But absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And I mean, when you're drafting that way and you get to that point, you're stashing players at that point anyway because your starters are pretty much laid out. I mean, even if you have both of your wide receivers, both of your running backs, and your quarterback and tight end, you're talking about 7th round. And that's about, he's going between 7 and 9. So, I mean, you're talking about having all your starters already there. You draft him, and he ends up having the season that he looks like he might have. I mean, dude, you're only padding and adding, and now your bye week is covered. You know what I mean? That is just guaranteed value. Is all they are. Is guaranteed value, and it might come because someone gets injured. It might come, but yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of guys I would put Javonte, like with Austin Eckler and Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, and I would handcuff them too, man. Yeah, absolutely. And Bo Nix, I would definitely take him as my second or third quarterback. Given the fact that JJ McCarthy went down, Gardner Minshew was named the starter of Vegas. I would take him over Minshew. There's still, I mean, yeah, absolutely, dude. And in Dynasty, I already snagged Tim Patrick off the he was
I
available,
saw
so I
that.
snagged him. I put
No,
him
you
on
saw
my bench.
you let your Broncos slide, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I'm
cool.
already working. I have Jaleel McLaughlin and Tim Patrick on my bench in Dynasty.
I think we can do a whole episode on this. I mean,
I
Yeah,
absolutely
like I said, I
guarantee
almost
you
like it's almost
can.
whole other
Yeah,
show.
I guarantee it. But
I mean,
I know
yeah,
from
let's roll out the carpet on this draft because I'm worried my kids are going to get home and they're going to immediately break this up on me.
all right. Well, let's go get
right.
into it. So, Justin, you're number 1, so we'll go ahead and get started, man.
All right, yeah. My decision behind my pick here at number 1 overall is I'm looking for an alpha, a player that's the number 1 in their offense, the go-to. There's no questions about it. You're going to get your solid elite numbers throughout the season, barring any injury. So without further ado, I'll go here. And basically, these players in these top 5 picks here, they are top tier. There's no argument whether you go one way or another. You can have an argument for each player here. So basically, for me, it's player preference. Who do I like? Who do I want? Who do I believe in most? And that person here is Tyreek Hill, wide receiver of the Dolphins.
Yo, Tyreek Hill had a brace on his, what is this, right hand?
I'm not worried about that brace.
On his hand, yeah.
I mean, he is a wide receiver.
Yeah. Okay. He'll be fine.
I was going to say, that's funny. I mean, I made a little thingy and everything.
Oh, here we go.
Shawnee, you picked already?
Yeah, you got Breece Hall.
Breece Hall?
Ooh. Yeah.
I grabbed
Breece. It's on you, boy.
In my opinion, he is he's in that top tier of
running
backs behind McCaffrey and Bijan. The top tier really consists of 3 running backs to me, and they're guaranteed number 1s and have the opportunity to be ending up at the number 1 spot for fantasy points at the end of the season. And that's going to be CMC if he stays healthy, Breece Hall, Bijan Robinson. Absolutely 100% for sure. You may be able to throw Jahmyr Gibbs into that conversation. I mean, there's a couple others that might dabble, but in my opinion, those 3 are in a tier all themselves, and any one of those 3 have the opportunity to finish at number 1 by the time the season shakes out. So, yep, Breece Hall, he was available, had to do it.
I have a question. So what made you choose? It's a full point PPR league too. So do you believe that the point output that Breece could do, despite maybe not getting as much receptions as a Bijan Robinson?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with him, it's all about volume. It's just, the Jets right now, you got Aaron Rodgers coming off injury. He's not going to be playing diehard. And if anything, the seasons, the way they shake out, the way that they've been shaking out, they're going to be a run heavy offense. And he's still going to get some dump offs. He's still going to be involved in the passing game slightly. But volume alone makes him, one of the elite.
Excellent. And then, so said you went with the scraps there at the running back tier.
Yeah, well, I got Bijan, and I felt like he's still in that tier. I mean, I felt more confident taking him over Justin Jefferson with a Sam Darnold or Nick Mullins and a Jamar Chase, who may or may not be hurt, or Joe Burrows may or may not be hurt. And then I was able to get Garrett Wilson too.
I love it. I love that pick there. Garrett Wilson the second for sure. Smash that.
I'm able to take those points away from Shawnee too on the process, right? Like, so.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. But I like how
I felt like that was a good
double
direction.
wide receivers with Jefferson and Brown. That's a pretty good strategy there.
That's a good set of wide receivers too. I think I had Jefferson and Brown last season. Harrison, that's a good pick, Shawnee.
Oh yeah.
Man.
He
Especially
will
like
be.
PPR.
He has the capability of being inside the top 10 of wide receivers this season. I have no doubt about it. And one thing also that Field Yates and Daniel Dopp believe in, and I believe the same thing, is that you can't go wrong with the quarterback stack in that situation, and picking up Kyler Murray as well, because a quarterback that gets it done on his legs and now has his number one pass catching, perspective in Marvin Harrison, I think that's, going to be one of my top 5 quarterback wide receiver stacks of the season, besides, your AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, your Purdy Debo, your Dak Lamb, your Tua Tyreek, he's up there with those elites. So that's another reason that I put
So for sure. Definitely. I want to say, man, Malik Neighbors did not look too bad.
Oh no, I just worry about that injury prolonging. He's playing through it because he wants to show that he's got guff, but sometimes that's not the smartest thing to do,
Yeah. Justin?
Yep. So I'll go take my pick here.
Gibbs.
Yeah. I just about to hit the button because I've picked twice here. I'm going to take my running back one here at Jahmyr Gibbs. The pass catching, the breakout home run ability. I love it. He's my lion. I love him. And I'll take him there easily as my running back one spot. Now, here's the tricky thing. So in draft strategies, I can either go and double up on my running backs here and solidify my running back room. Yeah. Or I can dip and dabble and get maybe the top quarterback or a top tight end.
Ooh.
Or I can also go and try and see if I want to reach for one of these wide receivers and solidify my wide receiver room. But with my draft strategy at the back end, looking at what's coming back to me, if I have potential, I am going to go with the king. I'm going to take Derrick Henry, my second running back. He is going to get fed. He's going to be a beast. He's behind a massively upgraded offensive line, a high-functioning offense, which just means points.
Yeah, absolutely. They
were going deep.
Excellent pick.
Sad you got Drake London. Oh, man.
Yeah. Damn, he's gone. I thought you were going to get Laporta and try to double up on those points with Laporta and Gibbs.
Personally, I don't like to draft tight end right away. Like
it's never been a thing.
Yeah, I like to find that sleeping hitting gem towards the middle of drafts. Oh,
quarterback!
Man, he did it.
Quarterback? All right. Well, I want a quarterback too.
Tell me, 3rd round quarterback. What's going on here?
Hold on, we're going I want a quarterback.
Yeah, look at it. Pressure's on, said.
So one of my draft strategies has been to take a running back, a wide receiver, and then a quarterback, because this is where it starts to break down, and by the time it gets back to you, you might not get who you want.
Oh my goodness.
So if I was going to hold out there and take value, and wait for a quarterback of value, I would have done what I said and go through and take Kyler. But looking through with where we were at running backs and wide receivers, I would have taken Kyron if I was going to continue down that other draft strategy of stacking wide receiver and running back. But in this
Okay.
situation, seeing Josh Allen sit there and know that by the time it gets back to me, not only is he going to be gone, but Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts are probably going to be gone as well. I like a tier one quarterback that uses his legs, and I think that he's going to have a lot more to do since his number one receiver's gone this season. So I went ahead and I jumped on Allen. Just
No, I
not
absolutely
only to
love that
take
pick.
that at
I
the
love
value
it.
and do what I did, but kind of shakes things up a little bit too.
And I even
Yeah, it
like your
does.
pick, said right behind him. I like the Jalen Hurts. Like now it
Yeah,
makes
see,
me
and that
feel in the draft strategy that
changes the
I
draft
missed out
pattern.
by not swinging for a quarterback.
People
Mm-hmm.
start to panic and draft accordingly. That's why I like to shake shit
Yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm. And granted, this is going against a computer too, so they're just doing, highest ADP whenever they're picking. But I don't even know if I can change those settings. Like, that'd be tight if I could, like, change how the computer, the AI drafts. But either way, yeah, so I felt like right now would be a good time to pause it.
Yeah, throw it
And
up.
we haven't heard from our sponsors. So we'll go ahead and get that in, guys. Take a quick break, and then get back to it.
Sound good.
Awesome.
How are you? Bring them things, bring them things. I call the plug, bring them things. I bring them things.
That's money. That's cash out.
Forever you and me. Right by my side, where you ought to be. Cause if I ever were to lose you, I just don't know what I'd do. Let me hear you now.
Yeah. This is a show for guys, by guys. No, I'm just playing. It's for everyone, actually. No, it just felt so right after the Manscaped commercial. Take care of your boys. Take care of you guys, especially these hot days. Keep that breeze through. Yeah, guys. So going through the draft so far, let's see what we have.
Yeah, do you want to go over any of the computer picks, or you think there's anything that shocked you, surprised you, or?
Well, not so much. Okay, so CeeDee Lamb being number one. That was some shocking stuff right there. I did not expect that. I did expect for CMC to not be number one. I've been seeing a few. I saw in one place, someone said that they were drafting CMC in the second round.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
even
for me,
seeing
I
him
was
as a
bouncing
first round.
between Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those are the two I was choosing between.
The main reason that CeeDee Lamb went one is because in this his ADP is one and it was auto pick. Had that been a human with a human brain, that pick would have either been Amon-Ra or CMC, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's crazy. I feel like Amon-Ra is I want to see what it turns out to be. I promise he'll be the number one by the end of it, like across the board, because I've been hearing that and other message boards that I stop in and look in, like people are like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take Amon-Ra. Like, is it crazy to do that? And it's like, nah, like,
yeah, I took a risk by
around it.
Slide past one because I was hopeful and it worked out. I was able to get Gibbs. Otherwise, if I didn't have an opportunity to get Gibbs, I thought then I was definitely going to take the Amon-Ra at one.
I can see that.
I love the volume for Tyreek Hill and that big playability. Like if you in some of your leagues, if you have bonus points for like the 60-yard, 70-yard touchdown catch, that's also perks too, and he's able to rip one of those off.
Yeah, that boy is a cheat code himself.
And like I said, I wasn't worried too much about the hand So I think he'll be good. It'll be like CMC where he had his little scare at the beginning. He'll be fine with one.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll take care of himself the way he knows how. He's a professional. He's a veteran. He's not going to do anything to jeopardize his season.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I was actually going to talk about that. And then
You have a
Jameer Gibbs
picture
is
of the
coming back,
glove?
though, so. Huh?
Yeah. I said, do you have a
Yeah,
picture?
so-
Like, is it like what kind? Is it like a soft cast, or is it just like one of those like carpal tunnel gloves? Or
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just one of those little band braces.
it's like a
Okay.
removable, yeah, like the band thing.
I'd be more worried if it was like a cast or whatever.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like an actual cast.
He's good to go, man. He's just taking precautions as needed.
We could do linebackers in the league, Shawnee, if you want to. We still have like a couple days before the draft.
You sure? Are you able to change it if we're already mid draft?
Not here in our
Oh,
league.
okay.
I was just reading his comment. He was like saying, make the executive decision. You're on the board, son. You're on the board, son. You know. Hey, quick thing though. I just want to do a little teaser, man. I got another show coming out. I'll be producing for my homie. There's gonna be Dabs and Jabs, where he's
right.
Yeah, he's just like a review show. He's gonna start off reviewing like his wrestling, you know, like wrestling.
Where can you find that?
Figures.
On the
it'll be out here on Shady Sports. It'll be on Shady Sports. Should be starting up this Sunday, I think. Plan to get the episode out. You know, I'm getting it done now. I'm working on it now, so we'll have it out here soon.
I look forward to everything you've done so far. It's great,
bro.
Heck yeah. So that'll be cool, and that'll continue and grow. Shoot. So yeah, back to the draft. I paused it. So yeah, I decided to take Jalen Hurts. Because I felt like, okay, if Josh Allen was going, if this were like real people, and I didn't take a quarterback, you know, I'm stuck with Russell Wilson. So,
yeah,
unlimited,
unlimited. He was yeah. So. Back to it, and then obviously the computer. And still, even with the ADP, there's some picks that kind of would still be on point. Like, I mean, it's crazy, you know. Laporta.
I'm surprised.
Go ahead.
Maybe not. I don't know. Talk me through this. Like, I'm a little bit surprised the computer took Devon Achane before Kyron Williams.
Because the A-chain is gonna go off. I don't know why everybody.
It's because he went 2 wide receivers first. That's how the computer does it. If they already have 2 starting wide receivers, they're gonna draft the next, ADP off the board. When it comes to, and then he got Kyron going on the come around.
Well, that's strange because Team 2, look at they got CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, and Drake London, and that's a little bit of a scary wide receiver room.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe this thing is like a really there's probably a very unique, very smart algorithm. Yeah. This thing that
it's based off the highest ranked players, right? Like, and then we're taking players in between.
If that were the case, Kyron would have went before A-Chain. He's right.
Well, it has Kyron as 4-2 on his
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it has
Kyron ranked me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, it has Kyron ranked a little lower than A-Chain. And you know, let's see. He's not expected to play next Saturday, or he doesn't have to.
Maybe that's the best part about this is there's no method to the madness. That it's only madness and
chaos. I'm interested to see where Ced goes here. He's got his quarterback, his running back, wide receiver.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let me see. Yeah, so I think right here, since I do have my quarterback already, I mean, that's out of the way, right? I feel like I probably want to go back wide receiver.
Ooh.
Maybe even tight end, just because I have a chance to get a good tight end, right?
Yeah. You got McBride, Andrews,
I think I'd probably go tight end.
Who's it going to be, bro?
Tight end. Let me see how to navigate this thing. All right.
Ooh, we get to see it live. Look at this.
Right? Oh, but who do I take? Man, I'm taking my man's Andrews. Oh.
Good pick. Good pick.
Hopefully he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Did you start a run? Are we getting a run here?
Yeah. Because they're gonna start taking tight ends, right? Let me see.
I think so. Oh, depending on how the algorithm works, I don't know.
No, not really. They still got wide receivers and running backs, man, to eat up space.
Oh,
That's a cool
Nico.
thing.
Nice. So what was
had to take what could potentially be the number one quarterback's number one target.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And that's the thing too. Like I feel like if I wouldn't have drafted Jalen Hurts, I probably would have tried to go after Stroud maybe this next round.
So what made you choose Hurts over Stroud? Was it the more mobility of Hurts and the points there, or is it just and you believe?
Have
in
you
the
seen
Eagles
Hurts' team around him?
Yeah,
Hurts has a target any way he looks, any direction he looks in. There's a target, and he can run it.
Stroud does too. He's got Mixon in the backfield. He's got Diggs and Dell and Schultz and Nico.
True. Hurts is. I don't know. I feel like Hurts has been doing it. So
you think
I don't know. You know,
dude, the tush push says it all.
Yeah, hey. Like that's a cheat code in itself.
Yeah, straight up.
So,
although he doesn't have Kelsey snapping him the ball anymore, he's got.
He doesn't have his. Yeah, he doesn't have a center anymore.
Yeah, and you.
But I mean, I don't know.
It's not like they replaced him with a slouch, though.
Very true, very true. Well, depending on what you I was left here. It's looking like so.
I have
computers went running back, wide receiver. That dude has got 4 wide receivers.
Yeah, dude, he ate up like some champion real estate in the WR department.
Well, he's set up if there's injuries. I'll tell you that much.
Team 4 is almost like that, except they have Laporta.
You automatically got London in the flex spot, so having Deebo Samuel as your first bench wide receiver, like
not
wow,
bad,
dude.
It's not bad, unless you don't have anybody to throw to him except for like Danny Dimes or.
It's pretty crazy though, because we were talking about this earlier about Javonte having such value later on, and it is kind of crazy. You know, you do kind of get into a tier where it's committee driven, but you're not going to be hurting starting these lower tier running backs that you can get a little later on. So I think it's not going to hurt him in the long run if he were real, to be drafting the way he is, because he's still
4 wide receivers.
True. I mean, there's still a lot of very good backs, very good quarterbacks, and very good tight ends on this available waiver.
And that's trade, I mean, if it comes to it, that's
absolutely trades. Like, I want to bring that up for draft strategy too, is like, don't be afraid to like stack on a position like team 2 has or team 4, because the injuries happen, and now you just have trade bait for somebody. They're losing a wide receiver. You got now 1 extra in your flex, so you could probably get like a running back and a wide receiver in return.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true.
So I'll make my pick here. I will take Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback.
Okay.
I believe in him. I feel like that offense is going to be humming.
He'll be throwing it behind his back all game.
What?
What?
Huh?
Patty.
I said he'll be throwing it behind his back all game.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful.
Man, I always
Andy Reid said they do it in basketball all the time.
Yeah.
I take for granted how awesome first and last pick can be, getting the turnaround.
I love it. Because then I get to see the whole board in front of me where everyone else is picked, and then I can kind of just do what I want to do at my end of it.
Yeah, it adds such a confidence to your draft, because no matter who you take the round before, your next guy that you want is going to be right there.
Yeah, my favorite spots are like 1 to 2 or 9 or 7 to 8. Like, I like to be at the ends. The middle, I kind of get a little bit stressed out because I don't know what's going to happen and what's going to be there. But as my second pick, I will take a tight end, and I will go with who out of these 3. It's the deciding factor is probably just volume and his offense that he's in. So I'm gonna go Trey McBride. I feel like it's gonna be one or two things. Either Marvin Harrison is just gonna go off because Trey McBride is drawing coverage on him, or it's gonna be Trey McBride's gonna feast because Marvin Harrison is drawing coverage to him.
They're definitely gonna have a target share between the two of them that leaves room for both of them to eat. You know, you're gonna get value out of both of them with a 20% plus target share. You know, I'm not too worried about you know, the rest of the wide receiver talent in
They don't have
Arizona.
much
I mean, it's
competition.
there. They got two other guys that could possibly, you know, surprise. But I know injury is a thing for one of them right now, and the other is not too big of a threat. But they are definitely going to be the 1-2. You know, whether it's McBride first or Harrison second, or Harrison first, McBride second, they're going to be the two top, you know, highest target share for the Cards for sure.
Does
James
Team
Conner,
2 know there's such thing as running backs?
No.
James Conner's
no
still
running
their
backs.
running back, and
Deebo Samuel's a running back.
They have that rookie, but neither of them are really known to be huge pass catching running backs. I know Conner has that capability, but not known for it necessarily. He's more of you know, a goal line back than anything else. So yeah, I mean,
It'll be if Marvin
McBride and
Harrison gets
Harrison are
taken down at like
definitely.
the 5-yard line and he'll punch it in, or if.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason Conner had the most touchdowns 2 seasons ago out of anybody.
Conner has been, and I think he's still kind of.
And he's turned around his health. He's been a lot healthier since he left Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because he hasn't had to like take on all the work like when he was at Pittsburgh. Like,
I'm just
I
blown
feel
away
like in
by
Arizona,
Team
it's a
2.
different. Did they get another wide receiver? I'm not even. Oh man,
Michael Pittman.
Woo! How are there still so many good receivers left though? They're like, how many can I get before we run out of good receivers? Gosh,
Man, I'm gonna be blown away if he comes back down this turn and he snipes a wide receiver.
Right? At least Team 4 was like, yo, I need a receiver. Hold on. Let me get Stephon Diggs.
He has 2 wide receivers. He's got a quarterback and a running back. I'm interested. Does he pull the trigger on tight end?
Well, you know, I'm looking down this list here, and unfortunately, the consensus train right now, as far as busts go at the running back position, and I don't believe that he's going to be a bust necessarily. But Rachaad White is somebody that I have. But, you know, last season, he only had 3 fewer touches than Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had 339 touches, and he had 336, and he was a big part of the passing game. But now,
volume is king.
Yeah, exactly. But I you know, 81% is what he was seeing, and I just don't see it staying there, to be honest with you. And right now, where I'm at, I want to go with another running back, and I don't think it's going to hurt me to cuff up Cook with Allen.
Whoa!
And
you can see some pass catching ability from him.
I just think that they didn't have Cook on their radar the way that they should have. And last season, the Bills found out what an absolute animal he was, and the way he finished the season is the way he's going to get a full season this season at. And he's just going to be such an integral part of that offense at this point, with Diggs being gone, you know, and he's just going to be a bigger part of that offense. I feel like he's probably going to have the efficiency and the touches and the pass catch share that I was talking about is going to go down for Rachaad White. So I think at this point, needing another running back, with the ADP that we were running with on that board, that at this time, James Cook was my best possible choice.
Fair. That's solid.
Nice.
So
I'm just going to take Lamar Jackson.
Cam? Which way you going, bro? You guys surprised I didn't take a tight end?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you didn't go
Lamar
Kincaid
Jackson
for the stack with Josh Allen.
I know. I'm going to take a tight end.
Doubling up?
right? I
A
was
little
thinking about
Kincaid
it.
action.
Which one do you like out of that pile? Kittle, Pitts, or Kincaid?
Yeah, I got my pick of anything
where,
right now. I
that's
can
where
take
we're at.
anyone.
And this tier that's where we're at. Kincaid, Kittle, and Pitts. That's this next tier right here. Before we get to like Ingram, and now that Hawkinson's hurt, he's off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so many wide receivers.
And I don't know if I was gonna go wide receiver right now. I think that everybody forgets that DJ Moore just signed one of the biggest wide receiving contracts in the history of the NFL. One of the biggest, and
this is redraft, right? What we're doing,
especially the biggest for the Bears, and Caleb Williams being his
man, and Caleb Williams looked good out there. I know it's the preseason. Everybody says the preseason, but is it?
No,
I mean, it is the preseason. They're supposed to be good. You know, like if they look bad, everyone would be like, they wouldn't be like, oh, it's the preseason.
Oh, so you did go DJ Moore. Cool.
DJ Moore was
I should have took Lamar Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Personally, I would have taken Lamar Jackson every day because I don't draft Bears. I don't like Bears. Bears still suck. I never like the Bears. I don't like any of their players. Caleb Williams is probably great, but I don't touch. That's my one draft strategy. That's just me. I'm a Lions fan. I don't touch Bears.
That's how I feel about Raider players.
Yeah.
Let me see if
to me, all the Bears players are just off the draft board. They're gone. I don't look at them.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean, at this point,
Bears,
you know what?
I'm not taking CMC.
Dude, I kind of want to draft DK Metcalf just because he's been beating people up in the preseason. I just like that energy.
It's not a bad pick here if you decide to go wide receiver again.
I'm on my.
I know, but then I feel like I should probably try to shore up my running back.
Or Lamar? Is Lamar still there? No, he's gone.
He is. Oh, he's gone. See, he went right after.
The computer knows. The computer knows.
Dang, I don't know where to go now. I don't want Rassad White.
I don't want Rassad.
See, man, I set that quarterback.
You're gonna leave him from Shawnee? I mean, he's here. He could double up on him.
I get Joe Mixon.
Oh, hey, he's back practicing. I saw he's back in the facility.
Yeah. Well, season's about to start. Everybody's coming back.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Man, I think he's going Rassad White here. The way he was talking about him a little bit ago.
Not in uniform. Oh shoot.
Wait, what?
3 days ago against the Giants.
Oh,
but you said he was back, right?
Said, look at this. He's got Kincaid, Cook, and Allen. Triple stack. He's like a big old whopper.
What do you know about that triple stack?
No matter which way they go, getting all them points.
I've seen a couple leagues where you get bonus points if you have multiple players from the same team scoring points.
It's really great when it works out, but there's going to be some weeks where I'm going to be bumming.
Yeah. Well, specifically your bye week.
Well, and it's good that we're doing this right now, so I can just draft Shawnee's team in 4 days. So
he just screenshots the draft.
Screenshot it, bro. I got it saved. No. Well, who are you going with? I mean, you got, on your flip side, what are you going, wide receiver? There's very, very few top scoring receiver. Well, I mean,
yeah,
I know.
There's a lot of.
I know there's still a wide receiver left on this board who is gonna ball. Who already had a touchdown in preseason.
Lad McConkey.
No, he's a Houston Texan.
Oh, Tank Dell. Is Tank Dell still?
Sir.
No one. Has no one taken Tank Dell? I just assumed he was gone.
My finger is literally hovering right over him, so I'll end the suspense. I was gonna take Tank Dell, and then you said it right like he was psychic reading or something. I'm like, oh.
See, that's why I need both of you on the show.
He's the best possible pick right there. Is if you were gonna go wide receiver.
I needed one. All I had was Tyreek Hill.
I should have went Tank Dell though. I just needed a running back. I felt I needed a running back.
Yeah,
but that is a good pick.
So right
And
here
I
now, I
believe
got my 2 running backs, I got my quarterback, I got my 2 wide receivers and tight end. So I'm really looking for flex territory. So I'm looking at what player here can provide me with the highest flex value. And
Cortland Sutton.
yeah, that's my sleeper. That's my sleeper.
Hey,
guy
man,
right there.
don't hate. He could easily be that.
What was he like, third in touchdowns last season or something like that? He had like 10.
I don't know if it was that high.
Let's see. I'm going to look it up.
Can I say hi?
Okay.
Can
You're welcome. Here, say hi to
You got the squad with you, Shawnee?
Gemini.
Hey, guys. Hold on. I can't even see you. What's up? Hey.
Stop.
Is that Estella?
Say Cambria.
Oh, Cambria. What's up?
Say my daddy is going to smoke you in the draft.
My daddy's gonna smoke you in the draft.
Teaching him right.
Tell your daddy that I'm drafting his dynasty team in my draft anyway.
Yeah.
He's keeping receipts.
I got the receipts. I'll be good. No, but Shawnee, I was thinking we should Sunday. We should try to meet up somewhere. We'll talk off camera. Because we'll live stream this draft together in person. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Well, right here with my second pick on the back end here, I'm pretty much set with my starting lineup here. So I just go with player preference, someone who's a good solid flex typically. But I have huge bias here because I'm a huge believer in the guy. I've had him on multiple teams in multiple years. He's won me multiple championships. And he's my tried and true. He's my champion. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, yo.
He's going to be Sam Darnold's best friend out of the backfield. He's going to be him best friend out of the flat. He's going to just be everything that Justin Jefferson can't provide for that offense.
Yes, y'all. And you don't stop.
As long as he stays healthy. Yes, I know his greatest argument is that he's never healthy. He's always hurt, this and that. But when he is healthy, he has shown he can put up big games. Like last year towards the playoff run, he was ripping off multiple 100-yard games and multiple touchdowns. He has
but you don't think it'll mess with his head going from Green Bay to Minnesota?
Oh, all of what I've been hearing up here is he's got a huge chip on his shoulder and he wants something to pre-know. I know for sure the 2 games he plays against the Packers, he's going to ball out. They threw him to the wayside. They didn't even offer him nothing. They're like, boy, you gone. We're going to get Josh Jacobs and we're going to draft another running back. So when the Vikings came knocking, like, hey, you can come play with us. We just lost Cook and we don't really have a starting running back. In his press conference, he was just like, I want to beat their ass. Like, I want to be that guy. And he believes that he still has it. And I still believe in him. I'm always going to draft him. I'm going to have him because I love him. And he's always been good to me. He's just one of those players.
There you go.
He's a good pick. And I like to see, what he does in this new offense. But unfortunately, the thing about Aaron Jones is every season for the last 4, his stats have only gotten worse. And now I don't think he necessarily joined a better offense than the offense he just played in. So, I mean, is he a talented guy? And if he gets the touches, is he capable? And is he a great pass catching back? Yes. But the volume needs to be there. The playbook needs to kind of revolve around him as a 3-down back. And, the line really needs to put up for him because the line is not as good as the line he was playing behind in Green Bay. And that's just a fact. But, going into a new system, it's either going to go one way or the other. And Aaron Jones is always a guy that I've rooted for, always a guy who's pulled out in a hard spot. He's always come out in a game-winning drive and done the best, that he possibly could to score and get to yards and make these crazy plays. And that's the one thing that I really like about him. And he is a rider guy. That's one thing you can say about Aaron Jones.
And that's right. Full-on ride.
He's fun to watch, and he's a ride or die. I just, I'm watching every season the decline of stats, and a new offense that's not necessarily better, I worry a little bit. And but like you said, man, he's a ride or die. He's an impressive athlete, and he can be the show as long as he gets the volume.
Mm-hmm. And I'm fully willing to take the die too, because he's just in my flex spot there. So because I have Henry and I have Gibbs, so I'm not
Yep.
investing too much at the running back position. So I can
Hell
easily
yeah.
pivot with the next pick here for a better flex option if he doesn't end up working out. He'll just be my trophy running back.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. And I mean, yeah, like you said, and also you got plenty of flex wide receivers around this spot. So if Jones doesn't look like he's got a favorable matchup the week that is coming up, you always have that option to put that wide receiver in there, or you can stick it out. Who knows? He might have his best games against the hardest people. That's the best thing about. Nobody ever won championships by being a pussy. So if you got a feeling on somebody,
Just go.
you go with it. That's how
Just
I
go
always
And the
with
best
it.
part is when I've had a feeling on him, he's provided for me, and I'm ever grateful. I got that name on that trophy a couple of times because of him.
Heck yeah, absolutely. And that's the reason I went with DeAndre Swift, because behind Jahmyr Gibbs, this man is going to get the goal line touches. He is just built to run from the 10, inside the 20, and he uses that big body to get in there and score touchdowns. Touchdowns equal big points and win weeks. And right now I'm around the flex spot as well, so I would not mind at all at this point in time to have
and because he's on the Bears, that's why he probably is like a higher value than an Aaron Jones. I know in the preseason rankings, when we had the way too early rankings, I was fading DeAndre Swift, but with the way that Bears offense is unfortunately looking, it's decent, and he could thrive in it with Caleb Williams back there.
Oh my God, dude! I meant to pick Montgomery, not Swift, but that's okay. I'll take him.
Well,
I was completely talking about Montgomery.
Dude, I got Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams. I'm gonna replace Jalen Hurts halfway through the season with
Caleb. A heart
Caleb.
attack up here. Stop.
Dang, Jem doubled up on QB and then went Dalton Schultz in the tight end double.
Yeah. Damn.
Schultz got me some points last season. I feel like Schultz was holding me down.
You don't even have a flex yet, homie. You got a tight end as a flex.
I got Schultz, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Are you really putting the second tight end in your flex spot? That is a bold move, Cotton.
I will do it, especially if Schultz is going off, man.
Well, let me look at these wide receivers that are still on the board here. Schultz over a Devonta Smith?
Yeah, man. Smith kind of let me down last season. It was super hit or miss.
I get that.
It was super hit or miss.
Schultz over Ian Allen with your Caleb Williams stack?
Huh?
I said, oh wait, you already have DJ Moore. That's a fantastic pick.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna replace Hurts with Williams halfway through the season.
Great pick.
Hey, the Bears.
No.
And this way I get to see how Caleb Williams is doing. And if he pops off, if Jalen Hurts is popping off, that's trade bait right there. So I'll pick my flex up. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Rashee Rice is not going to end up going to court till after December because of continuances, which means no suspension this season, which means him and Xavier Worthy are going to be fighting for the number one target share with Patrick.
Dude, Xavier Worthy looked good though on that deep ball.
Oh yeah, I'll take the odds on him.
I'm not gonna lie, he sniped me. That's what I was hoping came down to me, so I could have my stack with Patrick Mahomes. So that being said, I'm gonna take sloppy seconds here. I'll go with the rookie sensation, Xavier Worthy. Sloppy seconds,
the fastest 40 in history.
Yeah, so hopefully he, outruns Rasheed and gets the ball, but I'm not banking on that.
2.21 seconds, dude.
Hey, yo, back to this comment. See, everybody's working to beat me in fantasy football. So, Shiny, Grayson.
Oh, he's not ready?
All you guys working to beat me in fantasy football. I'm going to kick back with my change, and I'm winning all these leagues this season. I'm putting it on the line right now.
I'm gonna get Shawnee back right here, right now. With I'm gonna take my handcuff to my second pick. I'm gonna take David Montgomery.
Oh man, okay. Going back to your
So
Lions, your homer.
anything further happens to give, I feel like
Hey guys, if
Montgomery's
my
a great
phone
handcuff to have.
dies, just go ahead and let me auto pick because my phone's about to die and
Okay.
everybody's inside eating dinner. So
Okay,
if
fair
I
enough.
just
Sounds
conk out
good.
for some reason, just continue on without me. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but that's where I'm at.
That's okay.
That's fine. I mean, the rest of it's pretty much auto draft anyway, right? The beginning you start, no
Not
auto
me. I'm
draft.
hardcore, hard in the paint. I
Oh
draft.
yeah,
I find
going to
gems.
the
That's how
end.
I win those
Yeah.
ships. I know it's
Till
been a couple
the
years, but
end of the road. It's been so long since I've won. It's been like 4 years.
ooh, Zamir, what good pick.
Okay.
Had to go with the Vegas #1. I don't think Madison's going to do too much behind him in that
Yeah.
spot. I know that Minshew
I'm
as a
curious,
quarterback
though.
is not the best thing in the world, but a
The
dump off
stash.
to
Yeah.
Zamir White or having him just get the 3-down work is enough volume for me to stash him.
Yeah.
I have one name for you. I'm curious. You think more so Zamir White over Najee Harris?
Yes.
I do only because I think Jalen Warren's going to get that work
Okay.
when he's healthy.
Okay,
Jalen
that's
Warren
fair.
last season, I mean, he came up from behind. He started to get the more
Ooh.
volume than Najee Harris, and he finished, I
Mhm.
mean, inside with some of the elites. So, yeah, I think it'll be more Warren. And they got Cordell Patterson. Honey, do you see what I'm
Yep.
doing?
That's true too. Said you were just Bears off. You're not my best friend right now. There's way too many
Hey,
Bears
I'm
on your
feeling it,
team.
man. They are hot. I
Oh
live by,
man.
die by the Bears. Last season for me, it was the Eagles, and I died by the Eagles.
Oh,
Even
and now you're
though,
gonna jump on the Bears dumpster.
no, I'm just jumping on what falls at my sixth spot. I'm just taking the
That's
best I
true.
feel I can get, you know?
Well,
Like,
okay, so
I'm
you
putting it
got Caleb.
together.
Who you preferring? You want Caleb to throw it to your Keenan Allen or Caleb throwing it to DJ? You can't throw it to both.
Well, if I have one in my flex, he can totally throw it to both of them,
True.
right?
Oh, we've seen plenty of examples of 2 wide receivers eating in an offense. You know, you do
Yeah,
have
that's
the
true
AJ
too.
Brown,
They're
Devontae
all
Smith
gonna eat in
duo.
that
You got
offense.
you got the Jalen Waddle, Tyreek
Do it,
Hill
Seth.
duo.
Go
I
Doomsday here.
should.
Finish off the trifecta. Do it. Do it.
I was looking at it. I was like, yo.
Do the tri. There we go. The Triforce is complete.
Hey, so
Wow, you
somebody's gonna
really
get me
went there,
going,
huh?
right? Somebody's getting me going, right?
You
Oh
really
my
went there.
god. My eyes are burning.
The Bears. Oh, I wish I had that sample. I would drop that.
Damn.
Sorry.
There's Joey.
You know.
Yeah, you got Murray. See?
Yeah,
See?
I told you
That
I'd
two
end up
quarterback
with, I told
system.
you I'd end up
I was
with that
hoping he
Murray
came back to
Harrison
me to
stack.
stack with
That
his
two
brownie.
quarterback system. Look at that. Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna go with.
Sorry
Damn.
about your bad luck, bub.
It's all good. This is fun though. I like it because it makes me alter on the
Bro.
fly my draft strategy here. I love it because no one likes auto picking and just ADP. Like this is good. It's a good challenge.
You got a
That
flashy
being-
team, though, man.
I do love my team, and I love my team so much that I am going to double love. I'm going to take as my
Cortland
backup.
Sutton.
I'm going to take Jordan Love, and then I'm going to follow it up with Jaden Reed.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just letting
Okay.
you guys know that after this pick, I'm going to sign off because I know my
Okay.
phone's just going to conk out, and I'd rather say goodbye than just have it be abrupt. So
Absolutely.
after
Absolutely.
this pick, I'm going to
Yeah,
go
bruv.
ahead and sign off and have dinner with the Fambalam.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been fun.
All right.
Let's go.
Drum roll.
Now it's time to get the Broncos.
And there he is. As we were talking about.
Oh, yep.
Oh, you
Going on the
nailed it.
Broncos.
Round. He lasted
There you
all the way
go.
until there at that value. You just do not go wrong with the Javonte Williams. My team has shaped up
Over
to be
Zach
something
Moss,
that I'm
though?
actually thoroughly impressed with.
Yeah, I would take Javonte over
and,
Zach Moss.
I'm very
for
happy
sure.
about. And from here, I could only hope for, a good
Yeah.
defense and a good kicker. Other than that, I'm just stacked and stashing. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Javonte
looking good
Williams, we
so
saw in
far. Both your
preseason,
guys'
he caught a
teams.
touchdown pass, even though Bo Nix was over the line of scrimmage and they called it back. But he had some solid running off the tackle. He was running routes. You can tell he's going to be catching passes again. You can tell he is running like he means it, like he's fighting for that number one spot. And it looks like it's going to be him and Jaleel McLaughlin. And I'm not scared of him, stealing any volume or thunder there. McLaughlin's talented, but I have a feeling Javonte will get the red zone work too, just simply because of size. And yeah, in the 11th round, there's just no better value.
Okay.
What are you doing, Seth? What are you doing? I see you hovering.
I know. I'm not trying to get any more wide receivers right now. I want a running back.
All right, I'll tell you who I take.
Nah.
All right, that's good.
I can't scroll down right in this thing. I need like a mouse roll ball or something. Thingy. Hollywood. Oh, wait. Is Hollywood Brown hurt?
Hey, guys. Don't forget, Zach Moss is Cincinnati's
I know, he's
number
just
one
sitting right
back.
there.
I know. That's what I was saying. Where?
That boy was the number 3 running back in fantasy football mid-season last season.
He's got no competition, said.
After
with the starters.
Jonathan Taylor got hurt. And he finished the season within the top 20, even with. And now he's the number 1 guy in Cincinnati. He was on my list that we haven't done that podcast yet, but as my top 10 for value is definitely Zach Moss for the Bengals.
One of the backups got hurt over the weekend too, and he really has no competition. It's his backfield to lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we're back again. See, this is the part of the draft where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Come on. You know you want him. He's sitting there.
All right, here we go. So I feel like my team, I'm pretty much at where I'm at. So now I'm just looking for players where it's like, oh, well, hey, if they hit, I'm with
You're going for home runs. This is the part of the draft where you're looking to hit those flex gems.
Yeah, or grab some rookies that might bust out, or
There it is. Get it around. Yeah. There we go.
Start getting my Bronkies.
Guys, Bronco.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. I ain't mad at that at all.
I wonder who he's gonna replace. Who? Keenan Allen? You think?
Hopefully, all of your Bears.
Lad McConkey. I
always go with Tyler.
I always wanted him
in these rounds. Tyler Lockett's have been what you described to Aaron Jones as for your team.
Yep.
Justin, that's what Tyler Lockett has always been for me. So
Mr.
that's
consistent is Tyler Lockett.
Exactly. That's a good word, is consistent.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett, you can always count. Oh, he's dealing with a leg injury. 6 days ago.
What? Is it a serious one?
And I mean, we were talking about this just a second ago, but Zach Moss does have some competition in Chase Brown. He looked good last season. He had actually a standout couple of fantasy games too whenever Mixon was hurt. But I do not think that he's going to steal the number 1 spot from Zach Moss. I just he will get touches. Nothing that I think will take away from Moss's value. But Chase Brown will definitely take touches away.
Yeah.
Sounds like paranoia, bro. Oh, we got all these comments.
What happened?
Oh, whoa. We just got some comments. Philly Mike OG.
Yeah, what is he saying?
And shout out to everyone. Thank you for watching, sticking with us, Shady Sports Fantasy Reports.
Absolutely.
Grayson, honestly, thanks for sending that comment earlier. Philly Mike OG, thanks for commenting. Says,
I smashed
trade
that
alert.
Deal. I
got offered A-Chain and Debo Samuel for AJ Brown. Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing that deal.
Okay, I see what's going on. I just came in here late. So go back to the comment, please.
On the clock now. Do I draft Puka, Jonathan Taylor, or Anthony Richardson? I have Lamar and C-Mac.
Oh, you have Lamar and
I'm in round already? 2.
Then I'd go with Puka.
I would go Jonathan Taylor to solidify that running back room.
Dude, Puka's gonna flame out. Cooper Kupp's taking his title back this year.
I've been seeing so much.
I'm going Anthony Richardson
all over the place. This is
he's
no respect for Cooper Kupp.
He traded 3 and 4 for the 9th. I'm the 6th pick. I don't even know what all that means. So
would
he's
just
in
say
round
out of
2.
those 3, I'm taking Taylor if I got CMC because now my running back room is stocked with 2 elite
Yeah,
running
that'd be
back
good.
workhorses.
Unless one of them gets hurt in the first week. But I mean,
That is
I'm just
true.
I'm
not
just thinking in
wishing
terms
it.
of
I'm
you
just
already
saying
have
they.
a fantastic quarterback, the number 1 running back. You might as well take one of the number 1 wide receivers in Puka.
Yeah, that's
He could,
Two
depending on
first-round
how he
picks,
wants
I
to
was
build
gonna
his
say.
team.
I mean, I guess take Puka. I mean, you got Lamar and C-Mac. You're running, so take Puka. Get your receivers going. If you don't have a third and a
Yeah.
fourth, you're not going to get a good receiver coming up. So I guess, yeah, maybe if that's your option, right? Like,
Puka.
I stay with Jonathan Taylor. I'm not touching Puka in my drafts.
right?
That is
You could
a
probably
hell of
get
a
points.
that is a hell of a running back room.
If that running back room is getting you double-digit points, consistently from both of them, do you really care who your wide receivers are at that point?
For me,
like you
yes,
do.
I don't care.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's still tons of value at wide receiver left.
For the value, you try to get Cup in the later rounds too. I mean, if he's still available,
and if he's got, I don't know. That's you're not going to go wrong really with any of those picks.
yeah.
No, maybe
you're already shaped.
Maybe Anthony Richardson because you can't use him, right? Because you got Lamar.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're just praying for an injury, and that's never good to be praying for an injury on your team.
No, and hopefully it's not on Anthony Richardson and Lamar, right?
Yeah,
Then you just
wood.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop off. My phone is definitely because I got no volume left. I know my phone's trying to save its own life, but
thanks
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks for being here
of the draft, and I love y'all. On behalf of Shady Sports Network, I'm thankful for everybody who watched. Jem, Justin, you guys end this thing with a bang. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay?
Absolutely.
There we go. Absolutely.
Peace, y'all.
I got 30
Peace
seconds.
out, Shawnee.
I'm gonna take.
I know. Do you want me to pause it?
You can pause it so we can finish up with Philly Mike. But he was saying it looks like he took Jonathan Taylor. How do you feel about that?
He drafted Taylor. Yeah. I mean, like you said, I'm good with that. If you have a running back room that's that kind of stacked, right? Like, and you got Lamar Jackson. I mean, who is essentially like a third running back, right? Like, plus a quarterback, right? So. You're definitely getting those points that you want to be getting, and you're still going to be able to get a solid wide receiver. I mean, if he's in the second round, well, he'll be back in the fifth round. So I mean, guessing, just looking at this, granted, I don't know what your draft looks like.
Yeah, what does our board look like?
Yeah, how many teams are in your draft? So second round, where was he at?
Where did Jonathan Taylor go?
Jonathan Taylor went second round, fourth pick. Second round, fourth pick.
Yeah, so he went before Puka. So it
way before. Not way before. Puka went third round. And then who was the other one? The quarterback?
Anthony Richardson.
Who went way down.
Way down there, yeah.
What is this, the sixth round? Seventh round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, seventh round, fourth pick. So I think you went pretty good with that. And that was auto draft, so that was what the computer felt was the best position.
So the computer feels, it looks like, well, if that's the case, did that mean that the computer felt that Taylor was the higher ADP over Nacua and Richardson?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. In which case, I would probably go that route too, because I mean, I wouldn't. Well, I guess because he has Lamar Jackson, so it sounds like quarterbacks went in the first round, which is way different from our board. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have the first quarterbacks go.
If it was any other running back, I'd be questioning more. But you have 2 stud elite running back ones if they stay healthy. Like your running back room is locked down. Like your third or your fourth running back is just added sugar on your cake. Like it's just a added benefit. You're not really relying on them for points, so you have more flexibility of reaching on a rookie running back or like a running back that hasn't proven it yet, but he has a job.
Yeah, and you can still, come back the fifth round. You're still getting, the likes of Devontae Smith, Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, like all these guys that are really great wide receivers.
Mhm.
Hold on, almost on the clock.
Oh, let's see. This is fun.
Round 5, so he's at 5. So yeah, I
He's
mean,
at
you
5.
got, you should have some really good receivers to choose from.
Well, he won't need running backs for a little bit, so I'm interested to see what does he have available.
Well, it sounds like there was a run on running backs because it was kind of,
really?
I mean, it wasn't a big jump, in the first and the
Well,
second
like 3
round
or
from
4 in a row.
CMC, to Jonathan Taylor, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess 5 running backs. So yeah, like, how big is this league, Philly Mike? He said there's Jalen Waddle, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Xavier Worthy, DK Metcalf. Go Metcalf!
I'd go Metcalf.
Pickens, Kirk. I don't think you want Christian Kirk.
No, I
Michael
would.
Pittman.
Dude, I would go DK
12.
Metcalf.
Oh, he told us already. Sorry, man. I've been hitting my pen. 12-man league. It's 12-man league. That's crazy. You still see all these players. Like, what are the other people drafting? Like, tight ends?
they're going
defense?
in the 4th round.
Yeah, like we're in the 5th round already in a 12-team league, and you still got some pretty good players. Back to those,
he said it was Diggs, Waddle, Evans.
Hold on, yeah, he's just naming a lot. Oh, quarterbacks were all taken first. Makes sense. In my 12-team league, quarterbacks go super quick, and it's a 2-quarterback league,
Waddle,
so
Diggs,
quarterbacks go
Adams.
really quick.
So in my order, it'd be Metcalf, Adams, Evans, Diggs, Waddle, and Pittman.
Just go Metcalf.
Yeah, I'd smash DK.
Oh, Bo Nix. Oh, he said Bo Nix is left.
Oh, solidify that quarterback room. Have your backup.
Get your backup. I'd probably get Bo Nix.
No, for real though. I'd go DK Metcalf.
I'd go Metcalf for sure. Like, especially because you have. Oh, did you make that trade though for A-Chain and Deebo Samuel?
I would do that deal. I would do that deal still.
Right now. I would have done that yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, so he has because you got.
I'll walk you through it. Getting A-Chan, he's your home run hitter. You can put him in your flex spot with C-Mac and JT in your first 2 spots.
Oh, I forgot about that deal.
And then you got Deebo Samuel to pair up with DK Metcalf. That's a great wide receiver room still.
It's a super flex, bro. Did you see that option keep last week? You saw that keeper they didn't use again this week. There's gonna be quite a bit of running from Bo Nix too. So I mean, man. I don't know. I would.
If you said it's super flex.
Yeah.
Do it. Go Bo Nix. Go
Bo Nix. Why not?
Because if you pull off that trade, you still got Deebo Samuel coming. You'll get another wide receiver good. That's because there's a lot of wide receivers there.
You got Deebo and A-Chain coming, so you're good. You're
solidify
good. You get. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that context beforehand. I thought it was just like a standard what we're doing here.
No.
But do you want me to make my pick real quick?
Yeah,
I keep Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels.
I take Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels, but Jaden Daniels look good too.
Yeah, so I'm going to quick here take Evan Ingram to solidify my tight ends. He's a good reception PPR target.
And they're clicking over there in Jacksonville.
Yeah, and then so at this point, it's either kicker or defense. I'm going to just take, like I said in my preseason rankings are way early on weeks ago, I'm taking this defense. I believe in them. I feel that the higher functioning offense this year, if everyone stays healthy and does their job, they'll be on the field less. And I feel like their schedule is not too tough, but it's also not soft at all. This is my champion defense I'll be rolling with this year wherever I can get them. It's the New York Jets.
Okay. Well,
it's over preference because yes, the Ravens are technically my tier 1, but like I like the Jets defense over the Ravens defense. But logically, my brain tells me the Ravens defense is probably going to outperform the Jets. I just have a higher hope that it's the Jets defense with that better offense because they were on the field a lot last season. I mean, they didn't have a quarterback, and Breece Hall was trying to play Superman and be a hero. Ooh, what's Shawnee gonna go with? Kicker or defense?
Right. I don't think I can change it. I think we just gotta wait it out, the suspense. But I take it's probably
Oh,
gonna
you
do
can force
auto
pick it if you
draft.
want. Can't you? Because aren't you the? Can't you?
Oh, let's CPU auto pick. There we go, son.
Oh,
Kicker.
okay. Bengals
Okay,
kicker.
okay.
That's good. McPherson. Now it's on you. You gonna keep the train going?
With the kickers or defense?
I mean, Will Lutz is still out there.
Hollywood Brown? Bro, Hollywood Brown's available?
Do you do that and like punt your? Because I mean,
I don't care about no defense.
I say do it.
Talking
Live
about
wild,
practice?
man. Take who you want. Oh,
and
shit!
then they
You
come
went
back
Baltimore.
to me.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the Bass Man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my kicker's still there. I'm interested.
So he got a defense, the Browns.
Ooh, the Browns. And
Okay.
my kicker is still there. I feel like this offense is going to stagger a little bit in the red zone and have a harder time punching it through, which is creating more point opportunities for this kicker. I still feel they have a functioning offense where they can like move the ball a little bit, but that's what you want in your kicker is a team that able to move the ball down the field, but not necessarily get in the end zone. And
maybe, or even still get in the end zone a lot. You know, you get a lot of field goals still.
And
like,
he's a lot for distance. He has a reputation for having a big leg and being able to make those long distant kicks. And I think he had the highest percentage of a rookie kicker last year or something. But I'm going to go with Dicker the kicker, and that will round off the draft. The Chargers, I believe that they'll make it near the end zone, but they're not going to score a lot of touchdowns this year. Hence why I don't have any Chargers on my team so far.
Lad McConkey.
I didn't draft him, but he could be good. He could do well this year. The Chargers are one of the offenses I'm targeting for my kicker is because I feel like they'll be able to get the yardage and produce like moving the ball. But as far as getting in the end zone might be a little bit harder this year than in past years.
Yeah, so I shared the draft board link and the chats. Look like we got some more chats. Oh man, Philly Mike traded his pick.
What?
Now I got Kyler Murray and Nico Collins. Okay.
But did he still get Debo though and Achane?
Lamar, Murray, C-Mac, Jonathan Taylor, and Nico.
That's a good room. That's
solid. Super flex too?
Yeah.
What happened to Debo?
Yeah, I want to know if he got Debo and Achane because then you really
what happened to Achane and Debo? Philly Mike, let us know, man. Oh, this guy. He declined that trade. Oh.
What? Play the sound.
Yeah, he got AJ Brown and Nico Collins. I'm with it. He got AJ Browns and Nico Collins, bro. I'm with it. That's a solid. Okay.
That's still good. Yeah.
Who's the draft? Brock Bowers, Njoku, Ingram, Ferguson, or does he go wide receiver? There's Christian Kirk.
Lad McConkey.
Go McConkey. Lad McConkey.
He'd be a PPR machine. I'd say go Lad McConkey there.
Especially a PPR, like he is gonna be the number one receiver over there.
He is. Like he's the main option for Justin Herbert, whether they like it or not.
Dang, so I thought that rounded out pretty. Oh, let's see this team.
Yeah,
all the wide receivers.
Do you want whose team do we just want to run through our teams real quick and see which?
No, I want to run through team 2 with all the wide receivers.
Oh, he really changed up his tune once the 7th round came around.
Yeah, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers. Then he went and got Walker and Pitts.
He's only got one tight end.
That worked out pretty good for him, though. Ramondre Stevenson, Dak
Prescott. He went 0 RB into the 7th round. That's not bad.
It worked out pretty good for Team 2, actually.
You got lucky.
I
think what played in his favor is a lot of it was computers drafting between us.
Yep. If we'd had more people. And that was my fault. I guess I could have tried to get more people, but I mean,
No, that's good. That
hey,
could
if
be
you guys want to join us,
time. Whoever wants to get into
yeah,
a mock
the
draft.
next time you guys join us on our mock draft, we'll be doing it. We'll set one up whenever, but we'll probably be doing it these next couple Tuesdays just to keep going along with the trend, along with these drafts, since everybody's drafting these next few weeks or finishing up drafts. I know I have a draft on, I think, the 27th and the 25th and 31st and all these days. I don't even know. It just pop up. Yeah, so there's Jaden Reed, Terry McLaurin, me.
I go
Lad
Reed over
McConkey.
McLaurin. Reed is like the new Debo Samuel mode. They run him out of the backfield on end arounds, and they manufacture touches for him. McLaurin, I don't know how that offense is going to run with the new coaching staff, offensive line with Jaden Daniels back there. I don't know.
No, I agree with you there. It's gonna be a whole different look over there at the Commanders with Jaden Daniels. But at the same time, I think, man, there's a burst of energy across the league, with these first, second, and third year players and all these starting roles and these starting positions. And that's what the key is, man. That's the difference, that's what changes, things. It's different when, you have all the starting positions dominated by, veterans and OG. So, you're looking at, one or two rookie quarterbacks starting or one or two receivers, there's rookies across the board. There's second year players across the board that are taking over. And so these quarterbacks too, they've been going against these players, in college, the past 2-3 years as well, seeing them coming into the league. So it's not like, it may be new, but at the same time, a lot of the same stuff as well too. So I think it's a different change. There's a change of guard in the NFL for sure. I got no problem with looking at these rookies that are starting. I think they're starting for a reason, and they're NFL players too. They're gonna get points just like the rest of them.
Absolutely.
Looks like he said he reached. He got Rashee Rice.
Hey, that's all right. I would take Rice over Reed and McLaurin.
What are you in, like the 7th round?
Yeah,
8th round?
Yeah, something like that.
Let me see.
But hey, in the chat,
go.
let us know which team out of these 8 you like. Which one's your favorite? Which draft strategy did you feel was the most relatable to your own draft strategy that you liked the most? I'm curious to see.
Philly OG, man. Philly Mike OG, thank you for chiming in. This is awesome. You're on your draft watching us. Why are you upset, man? You drafted the team. You got to live with it. Live with the team. Ride with your team. And then catch the waiver wire. Yeah, you got plenty of other receivers too. Trade out. Trade bait. People are going to get hurt. People are going to want, start, especially in the PPR, PPR. Point per reception.
This is just the foundation. Your team has not won the championship yet. It's just the draft.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to go to a championship game with a team that you drafted. That'd be amazing.
I bet there's some leagues that do that where they make it so that they lock the rosters after the draft, and then whoever has the best roster at the end wins the championship. I mean, that's a wild league and probably a wild league settings. I mean, that's one interesting way to do it, but I'm sure there's something out there where, or maybe some people do it. They just draft their team and they're like, I got this.
Just ride it. That's crazy though. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you draft a great team, that would be cool to do. Like
the team I drafted.
No, I feel like I don't think I win championship with any players I drafted. No, I think the majority of them were players I drafted. But that'd be cool to start up like an Iron Man league or something like that. Like draft a team, no waiver wire, no changes, nothing. You just ride by, die by. Like you go with the team and the bench that you have. Injuries happen. If you get an injury, you can choose if you want to replace a player and not bring them back ever, or if you want to keep them on your IR or your bench, but you got to ride it out, like how you ride it out. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe like a salary cap league. Where it costs money to do stuff. So like
an auction?
An auction could be interesting. I did an auction one year.
I tried that. I'm not very good at it.
It's really complicated knowing where to value. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I didn't feel right. I was like, I don't want to pitch.
I throw all my money at Aaron Jones and be like, that's my guy.
Exactly. Like
no one else is getting them. Leave him alone.
Cool. Well, shoot, I
So
didn't
do you
even
want
think
to
we'd
get
make it through
into
the whole
your
draft.
yeah. I like it. I think it was fun. I look forward to the next one and see how it goes.
Yeah,
Try a
man.
new strategy or rotate where we pick and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And Philly Mike OG, post your team up, bros. Post like like write your team or a screenshot. You know, you can
Mm-hmm.
send it to at 303 bandwagon. That's my X. If you got X.
So do you want to get into some of the preseason now, or where do you want to roll with this? I'm good. I'm free. Family's in bed and asleep. You got me until you want to call this quits.
Oh man. Well,
You
shoot,
want to get into your
bro.
Broncos this weekend, or you want to
I
save that for
know
another show?
the Broncos look good. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. I thought the Broncos looked pretty good.
God damn it.
No, I thought they had these past two games, granted it's the preseason, man, but they've had an energy that they didn't have the past couple seasons. The
There's
past
hope.
2 seasons. There's hope. There's, granted,
Because
you
I know when we're
gotta
doing
look at
those,
Vegas knows what's up.
yeah, because when we were doing those
Go ahead.
early season rankings, there, I could see the look in your eyes. There was glossed over like this is gonna be a long season.
Now it's like,
Yeah,
maybe it's gonna be a fun season. Maybe it'll be a
Yeah.
pretty fun season. And you know what? I'll take a fun season. I don't, I'm not saying they have to go out and win every game, but if I'm excited every
Well,
game,
just
I
in the
will take
division
that.
alone, I can see him taking the Chargers both games. I can see him taking the Raiders both games, and I can see him giving the Chiefs a good punch in the mouth, like a run for their money.
Especially here. Especially
Mhm.
a home game. The home game, maybe not in Kansas City, but I could, and I could see them.
Well, when is the Kansas City one? Because if it's like towards the end of the year, then that's gonna be a cold one.
Oh man, let me see. Broncos play Kansas City January 5th.
Ooh,
Oh wait, is that here? Or is that there? Let's see. No, that's a home game. That's still gonna be a cold one.
yeah. You gonna try to make it to that one? It's probably for the playoffs or like to get into the playoffs.
I know that'd be exciting. If it is, you definitely might try to make
Winning
it
in.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to talk more Broncos, bro, so I can, be like, yo, let me get a media pass.
I'm all for it.
Slide me in there so I can get some interviews with some of your bench players.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
That'd
get
be
like
super tight.
Estime or Batty in here,
bro. So, how do you feel about Estime? What are your thoughts?
I feel like he's probably polishing off his role as like a goal line back, maybe a third down. But I think it's Javonte Jaleel, and then after that, there just might whoever remains on the roster, they'll filter in on situational like stuff. I don't see him as like facets to the offense, but just they'll sprinkle in here and there, and then if they have injuries, God forbid, knock on wood, that one of them will step up and take some of the load off the rock of whoever was behind it, either Jaleel or Javonte. I'm surprised that they held on Pirine still. Is he still on the roster?
I think so.
Because they got to have like what 6-7 backs now.
We got like 7 backs, 3 quarterbacks.
Well, you only need one after this.
16 wide receivers. Huh?
I said I think the Broncos only need one quarterback after this week.
Man, I feel like Zach Wilson kind of gave it away, right? He was we had a goose egg on the board, and then he gets a safety of all things. Zach Wilson got Zach Wilson. He got Russell Wilson.
He should be the Raiders' starting quarterback. That'd be perfect. That'd be fitting.
Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Oh man,
they deserve each other.
That'd be something. He's definitely leaving now.
Pack your bags. You're going to Vegas.
He had his chance, man.
Yeah.
He was looking good too in the first game. It was like, okay, y'all they're dominating them 3s and 4s, and then
okay, and then, so you watched some of the game though for the majority of it, right?
I watched some highlights of it.
So even the highlights, how are you feeling with week 2 of seeing it? Those jerseys, those uniforms.
I kind of like them, man, because I'm a Gator fan too, and they kind of look like
Okay.
the Florida Gators should be wearing them or
Okay.
something.
Yeah,
They
because
look
I'm
like a
still getting
college
college
team.
vibes on them. I'm still getting college
Yeah,
vibes. Like, I don't
that's what I'm
know.
saying. They look like a college team. Looks like the Gators should be wearing them or something like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah, so
Denver Gators.
they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs right now.
They got to let go one of them, right? Which
They
one's
got more
going?
running backs than wide receivers.
Wow.
They got a lot of offensive players. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Well,
5,
when are
6
last
tight
cuts? It's
ends.
after this week, right? After this weekend, that's when they cut
I
to
would
53.
imagine, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that's when rosters are going to solidify. We're going to find out depth charts. It's going to be a busy weekend.
Man, they still got and this is
Who
an
are they even
unofficial
playing
depth
this week
chart. I
for
don't even know.
preseason?
Arizona.
No. Do you think you're going to see some Marvin Harrison? Think they play him?
It is the third game, but I don't think we're gonna see any Kyler Murray. So I don't
Dang.
know. Maybe. Probably not. Why not? Why do you need to see him?
Yeah.
Right? Don't get him hurt before the season, right before the season starts.
Yeah, you don't want a hand brace like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, man. It's big news.
I'll try to
Breaking
keep it
news.
fresh too at the one pick. Like Homer and me was like take Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go CMC either and do the default, like spice it up. And out of the remaining people, I like Tyreek Hill the most.
And I was ready for it too. I was like, he's probably gonna pick Tyreek Hill with the first pick.
Oh, really? You thought
Because
so?
he's not gonna get nah. I was just wanting to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's nothing, like it even says I saw the article on Sleeper. I've been getting a lot of my information kind of from Sleeper
they got a
and
lot of good stuff
ESPN for
over
the
there.
most part
I'm
of
not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. They have most of their stuff is from everywhere that I'm looking at, and then like all their podcasts. But I've been trying to watch our podcast, and I noticed we got another one that's on Tuesdays as well. Was it Blitz Fantasy Football Show? So Shady Sports Network, we got your fantasy cover, we got your NFL cover, we got
come
arena
check us
football,
out,
indoor
please.
football.
If you haven't
Check
already,
us
stop
out.
in.
Yes.
Tell your
It
friends.
seems like speaking of that, seems like a good time to drop another promo. So let me go ahead and get that.
Absolutely.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah, man, we'll be right back. Yes, guys. Hold on, let me get that off the screen. We already know Tyreek Hill. It's not a big deal. Maybe it is though. We'll see. If we do, you guys saw it here. So remember that. Remember that. Tell your peoples. Thanks for sticking with us. This again, you're watching Shady Sports Fantasy Football Reports. Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. I am your host Cedric Green, and then my co-host Justin over there. You guys, we had Shawnee on earlier. He had to jump out, and we're going a little longer than usual. We just want, let's ramp it up, man. We have to. Shady Sports After Dark. I got the parental advisory somewhere. I have to throw up. Nah,
Yep.
but we keep it kosher around here. We don't, touch on we're just trying to talk fantasy football. So, keep it coming with your teams. We love to hear about your drafts. Philly Mike OG, that was awesome that you were talking to us during your draft.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
And like you said too, please post your team.
Post your team. All you guys, send us your team. We're gonna have some more live drafts. I know on the 31st, I believe it is the Shady.
Is that for your league
draft
that you're doing? That was supposed to be this last weekend.
Oh yeah, my league is gonna be.
Is that live
now
on
this
here?
Sunday? I want to do it live. I'm gonna get with Sean and try to meet up with him somewhere. Go somewhere like a bar or somewhere. I don't know. I haven't done that, but we'll see. I'll do it from because I haven't done it like from my phone. I don't know how I can host it and like.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
We'll learn it. Hey, we'll figure it out. We'll get it going. You know what I mean? Like everything will work out. So, not opposed to it at all. So we'll try to do it like that, or at least have it here online, and pull it up and show it if we can. So that's the goal. That'll be this Sunday. I believe it's at 10:30 Mountain Time. So what is that?
9:30 my time.
9:30 your time.
Or wait, no, that's 11:30 my time. I'm in the future.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
in the
I'm in
future.
front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, so 11:30 your time, and then on the East Coast that's 12:30. And then in California that's 9:30. So we'll get that posted up. I'll get that posted up and get that shared out, guys. So stick with us. We'll have those live drafts, so you'll be able to see exactly what we're drafting, compare it to your team, and see how you can kind of see like thinking minds think alike, and you kind of see it in the draft. There's kind of a little bit of everyone, and all of the leagues I'm in, I feel like there's kind of a bit or type of everyone in all of these leagues. Maybe, but I think at least like you can kind of see like
I can see you're a Bears fan. You just want to come out and say it.
Because I wanted to go Broncos, and the Bears are blue and orange, so I was like, I got to, same but different, right? Like I was like Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, same difference. Like DJ Moore,
really, after seeing the preseason game 2, are you like changing your tune of like maybe I'll wait on a quarterback and then just go with Caleb Williams later on versus try to get one of those top tier quarterbacks? Like you really ready to risk it on Caleb and like go and get like solid 2 wide receivers, a solid couple running backs, and
I think I really have to see where it lands though, because it's really different when it's people, right, as opposed to computers. Yeah. Like people aren't, and maybe people are just like, okay, I'm just picking this person. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, whatever, this person's here. Like that is a good pick. Like why not? Like you know what I mean? Like, but it depends on where it is and where it lands, because I mean, if there's a run on quarterbacks, there's going to be a run on quarterbacks. A mini run. It may be 2 or 3 people. It may be a mini run, but I get scared, and I'm always like...
I try not to get caught up in the run. I try not to.
I had Daniel Jones last year in the league, so in this league, I forget who I had. I have to see I forget who I had in this league. I think I had Josh Allen.
Oh, the one was mock draft just now?
No, in the league, and last season and this league, I think I had Josh Allen as my quarterback. So, and that was from like quarterbacks going on the run. Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts went first last year actually. So it's Jalen Hurts and then Pat Mahomes.
Well, it checks out. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I kind of follow that. I'd grab on. I'm like, oh shoot, I need to get a quarterback. For sure, let me get it. But once I have my quarterback right,
are you a huge? Because I know I try to do it in part of my drafts and my draft strategy of getting the stacks. Like you went full like Bears offense stack as far as like.
Well, that's because that was what was there though. Like when I was looking,
it felt you literally just was like, take me, just.
It really did though. I mean, like so first, like the first Bear I took, DJ Moore is like, I mean, I could have taken Cooper Kupp or Tank Dell would have been maybe a good pick. DK Metcalf would have been a good pick, but I don't think I would have taken anybody else over DJ Moore. No. I didn't get DK Metcalf. The computer got him. Because he decided to... No, that was his last receiver. It was DK. But no. And then Caleb Williams, I was like, whoa... I mean, I could have taken Jordan Love or Dak Prescott, but they weren't like that exciting to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's great though. You went with it. You're feeling though. You just defied logic. It was like because you believe in your players, and that's what makes it even more fun when you're taking people and putting them on your team that you enjoy and you like, versus just being like, I want to go the smart route and win just a championship, and kind of sucks the fun out of it.
Yeah, and like Chicago was like sending Caleb like playbooks like last season while he was in the game last season. They're like, yo, bro, we're gonna draft you, we're gonna draft you. Like, we got this. You know what I mean? Sending them mental messages and stuff. So smoke signals and stuff. So I feel like I would definitely probably, if it landed like that, I would probably draft that same way. Like I got no problem with DJ Moore. I got no problem with Keenan Allen. Seeing the connection
values
between
where you're getting them in drafts, like it. I mean, aside from my take of just anti no Bears,
Well,
but
yeah.
like for other people in general, it's like they're great values for where they're at. Like if you believe it, you like
and then
them.
that's the cool thing about fantasy football too, though, and how it molds and shapes things, because that's what takes it away from like just the where the players are ranked at, right? Because there are some people who are just like, yo, I'm just taking this player right here because you know what I said, if they're around when I get to this area of the draft, they're still there. I'm taking them because I want to take them, and this is a good place for me to take them, no matter what. Like, even if you're strolling down, a couple of tiers or a couple of players to pick that player and that position. And you know what? And sometimes it turns out, and you look back and you do the little draft grade, and they're like,
yeah, exactly.
and the computer's like, hey, well, this was a good pick, actually. This player is projected for this, and then you go through the season, and the next thing you know, you're taking that player off the bench and putting them in the game, and I think that's what it is, right? Like those lower picks, those later picks in the draft, it's like this is just a boom
I know in
player.
the home leagues I'm a part of it, stuff like I catch a lot of people sleeping because when it gets to those later rounds, they're like, I'm not even going to start these people, or I'm not going to even play. It doesn't matter. And like stuff falls to you, and if you're not like catching it, it's like, dang.
Yeah. And that's how you stay away from the waiver wire, though, right? Like if you have a solid bench rotation or solid bench roster, right? Like you don't have to look into that waiver wire because you're like, okay, well, I got a double-digit scorer right here that I can just throw into his flex spot if need be. Like I got this, tight end, the second tight end that's an amazing tight end, and I know they're going to be a consistent tight end, and I don't have to worry about my bye week for my starting tight end, or I got 4 receivers that are all starting so yeah, it depends. Like you can draft and not necessarily eat into the waiver wire, but I mean at the same time too, it's fun to follow the waiver wire, right? Like
I wish you would have pulled the trigger and did it
points
at the end of the draft there with going with Hollywood Brown over a defense, because I adopted strategy. Hey, I adopted strategy too of like, okay, well, maybe I can trade a 2-for-1 post draft. Be like, I got these 2 guys, I want that guy, and then you end up just taking a defense off of the waiver wire and streaming them, and then now you got one better. You tiered up, got a better guy over the 2 people that you drafted.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do it.
I think it's a smart strategy. I thought you were going to go that route too, because with how that draft fell, I feel like you could have made, if it was other people in the draft too, is like swinging 2 of your players to get one of the guys you really liked, and then just adding a defense off the waiver wire.
Yeah. Well,
or even with kickers too.
And next time too, so I'll get on scheduling for next Tuesday. We'll do another mock draft, and I will post the link out. I'll put the link up here on Facebook. Matter of fact, I think I can make one right now and just do the link. New mock draft 8 team. Should we do a 10 team?
We could try if we could get that many people.
I was gonna say let's keep it at an 8 team. See if we hopefully can get eight
because 8 people, like a full people draft, would be quite interesting, because that would be
So guys, I'm gonna post this in the chat here. So all you guys watching, all you guys rewatching, wherever, however you're watching, if you're listening to it, go to the YouTube Shady Sports Network. Look up Shady Sports Fantasy Reports in the playlist, and you'll find us, man. You'll see our shows. We got shows on shows. I mean, this is what episode 11 of season 3, and I mean,
we're
me and Justin, you see, we're in it to win it. We're flying, and now the season started. I remember we were like, oh, this is the way too soon draft.
Yeah, the way too soon rankings.
Way too early rankings.
Do you want to like readdress those at some point? Like come back right before the season starts or after week 1?
Probably after week 3, right? After week 3 of the preseason, because then we're going into it, right? So so next week,
because people off of our rankings have been like Hawkinson's out now, so he's kind of off the tight end board, and there's a couple other people that are seriously hurt that it drops their.
And then Tyreek with his brace on his arm, so
that man.
And then I mean, like players too, like Justin Jefferson. Like, where does he stand? Like, CMC with his ankle. Like, there are things out there that will become a little bit clearer. I would say maybe not by after week 3, but hell, a little clearer, right? We'll see what's going on, and it may affect what you're doing with your team. I mean,
do you think Justin
we're-
Jefferson could strike twice though? Still like pull off elite numbers, even if like Darnold falls off a cliff and they like.
and Nick Mullins is throwing. Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
So he's kind of quarterback proof. Like, I'm really
Mm,
interested as we get close to the season starts. Where he fall? Like, is he still a top 3? Is he at a 4 to 6, or like where he's fallen in drafts as far as people's confidence level in him based off the quarterback situation?
would you take him a top 3 if you had the 3rd pick? And you know, I feel like Tyreek Hill's probably gonna go 1-2. Amon-Ra's gonna go 1-2. So Amon-Ra's gone. Tyreek Hill's gone.
I'd probably take CD then there at 3.
Yeah.
Over JJ. And then after that, I think it'd be a toss-up debate between Chase or Garrett Wilson over JJ.
So
and
what
both
is that?
those guys
So
have way better
3,
quarterbacks
4
than
toss up.
It's mainly because the quarterback situation. Like, I believe in Justin Jefferson, the talent and his ability, but like,
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson has Aaron Rodgers, Jamar Chase is Joe Burrow, CD has
Yeah,
Dak.
but I mean, both of them had their quarterbacks too, and then you know, come week 14, neither one of them had their quarterbacks, so that changed a lot
That'd be
too.
scary. I don't want another year of like a bunch of quarterback hunting like I did last year. I think I was on my 3rd or 4th quarterback. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. How did you guys handle that? How'd you handle that? Were you like having to switch out quarterbacks last season in your leagues?
Yeah, let us know how you survived your quarterback room last year.
No, I'm saying for you, Justin, what were you doing? Were you having to switch out quarterbacks?
Oh, yeah. Last year I drafted Joe Burrow. He got hurt.
Me too.
And then I had
that's who I had. I had Joe Burrow.
Yeah. And then I think I had, who did I pivot to? It was somebody who got hurt. And then I had I know my 3rd quarterback was Brock Purdy, because no one, like last year, he wasn't a well-known draft commodity or whatever. Like, I fell into him as my 3rd quarterback, but that second one there, I don't remember who it was. Yeah, I don't know, but I know I went through 3 quarterbacks at some point, and luckily I had a solid like 2 running backs, a tight end. My wide receivers were a little iffy, but I was streaming my defense, and that was keeping me in games. I had the Jets. I had the Dolphins defense, and I was getting like 14 to 20 points, and they were like holding me up because of the defensive touchdowns they were getting.
I had Dallas's defense.
That Broncos game helped a lot too. I got like 20 points from that Broncos game last year.
I bet, especially having the Dolphins defense, because they only scored what, like 17 points or something like that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. That's a game that shall remain unnamed, as they say, right? Like, we don't. Talk
well, the
about
farther
that
you get
around
away
these
from
parts.
it, the better. It looks like Sean Payton has his Drew Brees now, and things are going to be on a better trajectory.
Dude, they're pretty hype around these parts, honestly. Like,
really, people are getting into it.
Well, I mean, I listen to the fan a lot. I don't know. I just like listening to the fan, and of course, so they're talking Broncos all day, every day, all the time, Broncos. But no, so
are they believing in Bo now?
Bro,
like,
they're believing in.
Kind of like, oh, I don't know.
They're talking about at least, Sean Payton, what he has to do to be like Coach of the Year nominations, based off like, DeMarco Ryans from last year with Caleb.
Yeah, if he pulls
with,
off this
CJ
Bo Nix
Stroud.
thing and turns him into an elite quarterback, you got to give him his props.
And
I feel
Sean Payton is
before. I
feel Sean Payton is hoping to do like, the Belichick Brady issue, where Belichick went over to the Pats and then things were going good, but then Brady came in his second year. No, was it his first year? I think it was his second year.
I think it was his second, because I think he was behind Bledsoe for a year.
Oh, he definitely was. Yeah, Bledsoe just signed a new contract.
Yeah,
so it was like a whole different situation, but kind of same. Like, he built up this quarterback. He drafted this quarterback. He saw this quarterback. He brought him in. In the 6th round, nobody. But anyway, like we're in, the Broncos, not we. The Broncos are in, cap purgatory, right? Like
Yeah, but you
85
also said you
million
have the
owns.
most money-friendly owner in sports.
True. Exactly, and that helps. That helps. So we're
Mhm.
able to take on that burden, right? And work from nothing. And it looks
We should
like the
just
nothing
sneak
that
in
we
right
picked
underneath the
up.
Steelers and just be like, "Paycheck, Brandon Ayuk, you're coming here."
That would be nice.
With Bo Nix now, how he's looking, getting Ayuk with across from Cortland Sutton.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, man. But you know what? I got faith in Mims. His name is Marvin Mims. He better become
Wouldn't he be the
big and
slot?
use.
I feel like he could be the slot guy and have
Yeah,
Ayuk
true.
and Sutton on the ends because he's
Tim
fast.
Patrick's man. If Tim Patrick's
Oh,
available,
that's right. Yeah,
it's his
he
last
had himself
hurrah,
a
man.
game.
He's gonna go out and like he's gonna go out. I don't know. We got like a million receivers all of a sudden now. Like
Yeah,
I didn't have
you
faith
have
in
to make
none
a
of
lot
them.
of offensive cuts.
Yeah, a lot of cuts. Where it's gonna be interesting to see who they keep
Mhm.
on the roster and what they keep them to do, right? Like
Who's one guy that you
I
hope that they cut, and who's one guy you hope they keep?
oh man. Well,
I
you
hope they
know,
cut Zach Wilson.
I guess it would have to be, you know, I was hoping for Zach Wilson to at least beat out Stidham for the backup spot, and I thought he
Yeah, I
had
don't
it.
know about that now.
I don't know about that now. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
man,
don't know.
you had the one blemish the whole game. Like, not the one blemish. There are obviously like bad parts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
score wise, like he caused it. And then last week, I think he had the interception too. So, you know, it's just not stacking up against the, you know, 3s and 4s. You're a
Yep.
first round pick 3 years ago. It's not looking good. So I would have to probably say, you know, if my choice, if there was like, okay, one player, it would have to be Zach Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Who you keeping?
As far as
Who you hoping
cutting,
they keep?
who I hope they keep,
Who could be on the
Troy
bubble? Not like one of a solid starter guy, obviously, but like,
Troy Franklin, right?
well, yeah, they
Wide
should keep him.
receiver.
He's the rookie,
Oh,
but is he looking bad?
not Troy. Well, I mean, he's not looking like he's supposed to be. I mean, he's not looking like Oduze or whatever, Roman.
Well, yeah, he's a little undersized though. He's more lanky there.
Yeah.
He needs to put on that NFL weight.
But I mean, it's a stacked receiver room too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think that could go either way. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, he did play with. Didn't he? I guess he played with Bo Nix. So I guess they have that chemistry, but it's not looking like it, right? But we haven't had a
Yeah.
chance to see it, really, right? Have we had a chance to really see it? Like, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, like,
Do you think
the
he
play
play? Do you think
breakdown.
they play a large series of the third preseason game, Franklin and Knicks, or do you think it's more of a Stidham game?
Ooh. Probably gonna be a Bo Nix night.
Okay.
Why do we need to see Stidham? What did he do? I mean, he did score.
Just to solidify the fact that we're getting rid of Wilson. Like if he does good.
Oh. But are they getting rid of Wilson though?
I don't know. I mean, you kind of almost have to hold on to 3 quarterbacks in this league now because of all the injuries from last year. You don't want to be caught, without a quarterback on the roster and having it. Well, you guys did it that one year. You had that wide receiver throwing balls that game.
We had Philip Lindsay start. He started that
Yeah.
game, and then that wide receiver threw it. Yeah, they like switched out. Like Philip Lindsay started, and then they like switched the play, and the receiver came up.
Yeah, you're just like, why are we even
weird.
playing this game? Let's just.
Yeah. So, but I mean, well, and to flip it too, not just to talk about the Broncos. Let's go over to the Lions.
Oh yeah, as far as fantasy goes, I've been seeing a bunch of hype on Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's been moving up in the first round. He has been moving up, being picked earlier and earlier. And I like that as a Lions fan. And I believe it's earned. He's proven it. He's a consistent commodity in fantasy. He's produced at a level where you could just set it and forget it. You know you're going to get your double-digit floor with an even higher ceiling based on being the alpha, the number one in that offense. I don't
The Lions
see.
got Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. But he
Opposite.
shouldn't see any field time unless, if God forbid, knock on wood, anything happens to Goff.
So he's gonna start.
But Hooker didn't look bad at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Like, well, I guess they did sign Goff to that. What is it? A 4-year or 5-year?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna get lost in translation, because by the time that Goff contract's up or whatever, like he'll be 30, 31. So
It's kind of hard. That's even more head scratching than the door. That's even more head scratching than Atlanta.
Yeah, it is to a certain extent, because I don't think, if all things go right, we ever see Hooker take the field as a Lion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, ever. Like, unless, like, there's an injury.
But then again, they didn't really invest. I think, what was he, like a 4th, 5th round pick?
Let's see.
Something like that. I know they didn't invest highly in him as far as, like, draft capital. At least I'll have to look it up now that
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Cool.
Yeah, he was taking Tennessee. I think he beat the Gators.
I know he was good in college before he ripped up his leg.
They did draft him in the 3rd.
Okay.
So, I mean, that is kind of a pretty significant. For a quarterback. I don't know. I guess not, right? Like, but they got 4 years to see, and they got 4 years in the contract. So one or the other is gonna win out.
For him, it's like buckle up. It's gonna be a long ride, because unless something happens to Goff, you're just number 2.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like fantasy relevancy, I feel like the Lions across the board. It's like the polar opposite to the Broncos.
Well, I think it's getting closer, though, because I think the Denver players are rising in the draft boards, and so are the Lions, but there isn't much room for Lions to go up, because, I mean, you got J-Mo going, 5th, 6th round? You got Laporta going in the 2nd or 3rd, Gibbs going in the 2nd or 3rd, Goff going in, like, 6th, 7th. Like, there's a lot of, like, I say compared to like 5 years ago, it's nice seeing that Lions players are more fantasy relevant, whereas before it was just like either Stafford or Calvin Johnson. That's all you were taking, and that was it.
Yeah. Wasn't it Lions fans who were wearing like the paper bags, or was it the Browns fans?
No, it was us, that 0-16 season. Very much us. Sometimes they're even doubled up. There's 2 paper bags with holes in the eyes. Yeah. That was a fun year. I got a lot of crap for that year, but I still wore my Lions gear. I still repped it. I got through it.
There you go.
Only to be
Nothing
30
wrong
minutes
with
away
that.
from a Super Bowl.
Well, shoot, man. I think that is a
Broncos Lions
good
Super Bowl.
place.
What's the probability this year?
Woo! Let's see. Let's look this up. that's like nothing.
Getting curious.
You probably bet $1 on that and win like $10 billion.
Would that be great, though? That'd be a sweet Super Bowl.
That'd be an awesome Super Bowl.
Bo Nix versus Goff?
Probably like 2 years from now, plus 1,200.
Plus 1,200?
So you bet $1, you could win $1,200 if that happened.
Dude,
so
that'd be the sweetest $1,200 I ever earned.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I would take it.
Who are you looking for as far as like fantasy players that are relevant, and like who are you looking for as like the best Super Bowl matchup this year? Like 2 teams with like fantasy football player powerhouses like playing each other in the Super Bowl. Outside of, the Chiefs, because they're there every year, or the Niners.
Well, I feel like
they're every year.
Well, I feel like hot take, right? I feel like Baltimore's gonna break through.
Finally,
right? That was the
they're gonna
point of
get back
bringing
to
King
it.
Henry over. Well, their missing piece was King Henry, right? Like they were there. They have everything else, and they just needed that solid running back that they could depend on.
That's why I
so
drafted him in this mock draft, because I feel like they're going to rely on him. They're going to Heavy load him. And that's going to keep Lamar Jackson upright. It's going to keep him healthy so he can play a full season. Focus more of throwing the ball down the field and not running for his life.
Very true. And so, yeah, like I see, Baltimore getting over that hump and finally going to the Super Bowl. On the NFC side,
don't say Bears.
The Bears, no.
No.
Even crazier, Dallas getting over that hump.
What? You think that
Dallas
isn't going to Dallas anymore? You think they're going to make it?
Well, you said you wanted a hot take.
Yeah, that's
right?
a hot take.
Didn't
that's
you say you wanted a hot take? Oh.
Boy, that's the story of my life. No respect. No respect.
Come on. That's the hottest it takes. The Cowboys versus who was the other team?
Ravens.
The Ravens. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, let's get it a hot take then. We're talking hot take.
Yeah, I'm talking about spicy habanero.
Spicy? Oh, okay. Texans.
That's mine in the AFC. I got that. That's the same one.
Didn't they win a playoff game last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a rookie. So Texans bust through, right?
That's what I'm saying too as well. The Texans are my team in the AFC that I'm thinking are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they got a solid squad. And the Bears. The Bears just put so much money into their team. Texans versus the Bears. Number 1 last year, or number 2 last year? Number 2 last year versus number 1 this year. For all the marbles. That's spicy. I
got a spicier one.
Spicy. Oh, man.
Take the Bears out. It's going to be
the
Texans. This one's spicy because they have to go through 3 other teams in their division. That's going to be really tough to get past. But I see a path. Arizona Cardinals. Houston Texans.
Denied.
No, you don't think Kyler Murray, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Woo! That would be something, right? Right? Like, so you got Arizona, right? Drafted
Talk
number
about
1 pick.
gunslingers.
Texans, Arizona. They're like the same team, right? Well,
But they're built similarly. They got the old veteran running back.
Yeah, but Texans got more receivers, better receivers.
True, yeah, true.
For sure.
But I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is like 2 wide receivers in 1.
Texans have much better defense, too.
True. But that's just a hot take one. I don't honestly think that those are going to be the 2 representatives of this year, but that's just
that would be crazy. I would watch that Super Bowl.
I just want new, fresh people. Like I'm kind of burnt out on this 49ers every other year and Chiefs every year. And just
you know what? The team's got to win. They want to get in. They want to. They got to win. Like that's why my Broncos hot take. Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sean Payton, coach of the year.
They gonna get past the Lions?
Both. Well, the Broncos in the AFC, buddy. Broncos Lions Super Bowl. That'd be a clean Super Bowl. That'd be fun, right?
I would love every
hard nose running in the trenches, snow. It'd probably be in like.
Well, I think it's in New Orleans this year.
New Orleans.
It's in the Superdome.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason to go to New Orleans.
Jared Goff loves his domes. He plays better indoors. That's what everybody else says. He's an indoor quarterback. So, who do you think is going to be the 2 toilet bowl teams? Is like the worst teams in the NFL? The 2. I
hope it's not the Broncos, right?
Oh, it's not at this point. No, there's no way.
Nah. So, I really got to go back and like look and see, because I mean, man,
I know my 2.
I saw some highlights from the Giants where I was like, okay. I know Danny Dimes connected with Malik Neighbors on like a 45-yarder. I was like, okay. Yeah. And then, so I mean, it'll probably be the Giants.
So you still think they're going to probably be one of the bottom 2 teams?
Yeah. So we'll go Giants, NFC. AFC. Chargers.
Chargers were going to be my AFC team. The NFC team I was going to pick is the Saints.
Oof, I could see it. Derek
Because they
Carr
didn't
ain't
do
much.
anything to upgrade their team, man. I mean, Kamara is
Yeah.
aging. Derek Carr, we saw how Derek Carr was last year. Their defense is older, and like they didn't really do anything to improve the defense. So,
They're trying to get those picks.
because
Trying to
like
get them number 1 picks.
you gotta think about it. Like Tampa is good. They were in the playoffs last year. Atlanta improved their offense and is looking good. I mean, the Panthers are just a team, I guess. The NFL. They're. I mean,
Hey,
but
man.
they can't be any worse as they were last year, right? They got to get better with Bryce Young.
Exactly. So, right. So, that's the goal, right? Is that they're going to be better. So, yeah, no. I can definitely see New Orleans being the odd man out. They didn't. But, I mean, yeah. Who's their coach? Dennis Allen?
Yeah. I don't know how they feel about him down there, but it's just like, I don't know, man. They don't. I mean, their preseason games too, I've watched, and there's not really anything explosive coming out of there. It's just kind of like ho hum meh football. Like, okay,
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It could look like that. That's why I feel so good about the Broncos. Like, whatever. I want to feel good, and I'm going to feel good until.
As long as Javante stays healthy, Bo Nix slinging it like a gunslinger, bringing you back to the Peyton Manning days.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, sky's the limit, man. The sky is the limit, and then
who's rising on your draft boards after doing the mock draft tonight? And like, who's someone you like are looking at? Like, yeah, I can see myself going up a round or two to take
to get that player. Probably Jalen Waddle, right? With Tyreek's injury, right?
I was gonna say in the same round, Tank Dell. Like I kind of like Shawnee pointed it out, but like I looked at it there and I was like, wow, he's still here. Like,
yeah, no, that's a great. I think at that, especially right there too. Like I think that's a solid number 2, and he's a solid number 2, right? Who could be a number 1 on a team with 3 number 1s? So
yeah.
I think definitely a riser. DK Metcalf, like I said, his fire this preseason, man. He's just been going after it to get it. And I feel like Geno Smith has been not necessarily someone you're looking at, but as far as like down there, he's rising on his own board as well, too.
He's just kind of like consistent. I mean, like he isn't terrible, but he isn't elite. Like he's just startable, I guess.
I guess I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you completely punted the quarterback position, like I can see,
like if you completely forgot to get a quarterback, but I think there is like at least like 12 to 13 solid quarterbacks that I probably would be like, yeah, I'm good with them, you know. Until I'm like, oh shoot, I need a quarterback. You know, I think Kyler Murray kind of is like that cutoff right there. Like,
yeah. That's fair.
You know, so yeah, once you are looking at, if you're like, you fumble that, and you're like, oh shoot, like you gotta have like,
you better have some like solid wide receivers.
I was gonna say you better have like 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers, like 3 running backs, a couple tight ends or something, like, because it takes a lot. Unless you're in like, well, I guess if you're in like if you're in a 12-team league, maybe I can see that you can miss out on quarterback really quick. You look up and you sneeze, and it's like, dang, I guess I got, you know.
Because I'm doing a draft this weekend in a 12-team league, and I'm eyeing quarterback because, yeah, if you don't get one of the top 12, you're kind of setting yourself up to be behind the 8 ball. You better have gotten like 2 elite wide receivers or running backs or something, because you got to make up for those points you lost out, those 10 or 12 with the top quarterback.
Yep. So you better have some elite running backs and wide receivers, and hopefully better be some elite running backs, because they're a lot more apt to get, you know, those points from receiving as well as running, as opposed to the running backs, unless you get like Deebo Samuel or like that type of player. You know, you're usually just getting what they're thrown at, you know, so
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully you can stack at that point. Maybe you can stack maybe you can get like a rookie quarterback like a Bo Nix and kind of maybe try to pick up or like a Jaden Daniels or one of those guys at that point like that.
Bo Nix.
They're gonna start, they're gonna start and
Yeah.
they're gonna throw the ball and they're gonna do a lot. They're gonna try to get receptions. They're gonna try to get touchdowns. They're gonna make moves with their legs. They're young. They're gonna be energetic and they're gonna move around until they're not. You know what I mean? Like they're first round picks. Their teams are gonna ride with them once they ride with them, and a lot of them have already gotten a nod as a starter on their team. So I don't see anything wrong with going with them if you haven't if you drop the ball or maybe even as like a second quarterback. I kind of always tend to pick up like a rookie quarterback that's a first round pick if I have a chance to later in the draft as like a second quarterback like I did. I really do try to do that just because, like, hey, man, if they hit,
So
they're going to be trying to run the plays with them.
Yeah, at the very least, you have trade value there.
Yep.
At the very least.
Maybe not a whole lot so much in a redraft until people start getting hurt. But when people start getting hurt, then you do have that value because they are a proven and a known commodity if they are being consistent. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely you can use that as an option. Like, hey, well, let me get that running back you got, or let me get this, and I'll just pick up somebody from the waiver wire. But yo, man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go eat.
Oh, you haven't eaten yet? Oh, dude. All right, yeah.
Well, I gotta just gotta spend some time with the wife.
You kind of just punted the food dinner situation.
Yeah, no. This was fun. I didn't even think we'd take it into this, so this was good. Thank you guys that have been sticking with us too, watching. I've seen a couple people kind of hung around. Like it's been kind of good, and expect us. As we get close to the season, we're just gonna try to bring you guys as much info as we can. Plus, just keep bringing us your teams. Bring us your teams. Post them in the chats. We look back at this. Get ready for next week. We're every Tuesday.
Too, if you want to join the mock draft.
Yes, if you want to join the mock draft, we got the link in the chat. Come and mock draft with us. We're here every Tuesday, same time, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Every Tuesday we're bringing you Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. Coming into the season, we'll be bringing it. We'll add another day on too. We're trying to get the bandwagon going. The gas has been a little low on it, but it's been chugging. It's been moving. The bandwagon's been moving, and I tell you what, NFL season definitely moves the bandwagon at its fullest speed for sure, like top notch, top gear. So we'll be going F1 on that, and taking that into gear and talking more NFL overall. But as the season ramps up, then we'll kind of use that as our second date to kind of catch and latch on for those Thursday night games or Monday night games, just those extra games. We'll try to catch on to it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. Always a pleasure. We did our mock draft. Tell us what you think about it, which team you felt like you related to, or how you felt with the auto draft. If you auto draft, don't auto draft. Pick your team, sit your lineup, at least put some players in and have.
If you're gonna be in a league, at least put an effort into getting a few players before you auto
especially
draft.
If you're paying, at least just do it. Don't auto draft, just do it. Like put some intrigue into it. That's the whole point, man. We try to, we want to have fun. We're setting this up, and some people put a lot of thought into it, and sometimes it doesn't matter. It may not matter. Who cares? Whatever it is, it's fantasy football, but still, it's fun. Like try if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna join the league, try. You know what I mean? Whether it's a free league or whether it's a $1,000 league, like try. Put some oomph into it and put a team together and be like, okay, well, this is reason to watch these other teams besides the team that you like. Unless you drafted your whole team, then draft your whole team. If your home team that you like, you can.
And
do
hopefully
that.
we
That's
help.
the point of it. Yeah, hopefully we help. Let us know if we help. Philly Mike OG, let us know how your draft goes, man, how it went. Send us your team, bro. We're gonna keep I'm gonna try to link up with you somehow. It looked like he was on.
Send us to your friends,
YouTube.
send us to your coworkers, send us to your teachers, your doctor. Spread the word.
Well,
we're here to help.
Send us everywhere. Shady Sports Fantasy Report. Oh, I forgot. There was actually someone I was talking to. I was supposed to be sending him the link of customers. So we're growing, guys. People are latching on. I love it. I love to hear it. I love to see it. Thank you guys for watching. It's always a pleasure to do this. Shady Sports all around. Check out our other shows too. We have an amazing lineup. I think probably almost every day of the week there's a show going on, probably live for the majority of them. We have a lot of live streams, I think Big Three just did their championship game. We had that on here. We're gonna have a lot of football, and as you saw the other day, we showed the Broncos preseason game. So we're getting games on here too, man. We're growing. Come grow with us. And this, and as you know, we say we're looking for sponsors. So if you got a small business, you want to advertise in these shows, it's not just our show. It's man, I can't even tell you how many shows we have. We have over 10,000 views every month. That's all. I'll put it like that. So we get views, we get likes, we'll get your name out there. So if you want to advertise with us, we got a package. Hit me up, DM us. Me at 303 Gym. Justin at Testjaria. Hit us up. Or at 303 Bandwagon. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's under my name. You guys see it. Send me a DM, send it in a message here on whatever platform you're on. Looks like most of you are on YouTube. Wherever it may be, just hit us up. Come join in. And if you want to talk sports, hey, we got a platform for you too. Like I said earlier, we have the wrestling show coming out. So Dabs and Jabs. He's more so taking, he's more so smoking. It's not really such dabs, but parental advisor for you guys with the young ones.
That'd be an interesting show if he's doing dabs.
Yeah, if he's doing dabs, that'd be a lot, But we keep it light. If you have a show you want to talk about, we're here to have give open voices to people. And we'll always bring you free sports in our network. So Shady Sports Network, spread the word, fantasy sports reports, fantasy football reports. Third year, we're going live, we're going strong, and we're bringing you everything you want. So let us know what your team looks like and how we can help you get through the season, and we'll get to the championship together, guys. And hopefully on the other end, we'll all be holding that trophy up. So thanks for joining us tonight. Justin, you got anything else?
Not at all. You wrapped it up in a big bow there. That was pretty nice. I would just only thing I else would add it to is if you're really passionate about fantasy football and getting a good edge on your league mates, just please check us out. We'd love to help you out, and that's what it's all about, is you guys here, and we're here to provide you with the best entertainment as well as education as far as fantasy football goes. I mean, we're not computers, we're not AIs, we don't have all the answers, but we're here to put our fresh take on fantasy football and what we feel and believe in as far as players and teams go, and hope to see more of you join and build this community up so we grow and grow and grow. And then you can follow me on at Teixeira on Sleeper and at Teixeira on Discord if you got fantasy football questions, screenshots, your teams, your lineups, potential trades. I'd be more than happy and willing to help you out with those and give you my personal advice on what direction to go with that.
Yes. And you saw we did the fantasy or the mock draft on Sleeper app. We're big. We love Sleeper app. Sleeper app, holler at us. Somebody at Sleeper app, let them know.
Somebody, please.
We're using this stuff.
Yeah.
So we like them. They don't pay us for it. So we're still trying to shout them out. We love using it. Check it out though if you haven't. It's a plethora of information. Like there's videos if you like that information. There's chats. There's fantasies, different sections. There's different sports on top of fantasy football. You can go in there. You can bet. You can set up leagues. You can set up different types of games and events. So it's a really good app to use for fantasy relevancy and betting as well too. You can easily tie the two in together, with your fantasy team. If you think that player's gonna do good, go ahead and bet on them right there in the same app. So check them out, the Sleeper app. Again, check us out on all the platforms, Shady Sports Network. It's been Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. I'm your boy Cedric Green. We got Justin. It's been real, guys. Thanks for watching us. Catch us next Tuesday, same time, same place. And we're bringing you more. Have a good night.
Peace.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.